All right, we're back. It's me, Ryder. I'm here. And I'm also here with my co-hosts, Mims and Jack. Say hello, fellas.
What's good?
What's up?
Episode 19. We're rocking and rolling, man. We got a long episode, I'd say. We got a lot to cover. We'll see how fast or slow it goes. I think we should just jump right into it. The Super Bowl happened, and
Indeed, it did.
Yeah, the Rams won 20-3. They won 23-20. We gave you guys some props. We're gonna go over those, see how that went, and just give you our thoughts on the game. So my two props were tails and Rams score every quarter. Tails did not hit, and Rams score every quarter did. I actually faded myself from the pod, so technically I did hit both of those, but we're gonna call it 1-1.
For the sake of the pod.
For the sake of the pod, yeah. Mims unfortunately went 0-2. He did take some risky bets, and the value was there, so we're not knocking Mims for this. Plus 900, no turnover in the ball game. Honestly,
in fairness, the turnovers didn't come from where you thought they would have. Like Stafford having
they came late too.
Yeah,
I feel fair. Like and then Jamar Chase, Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, they didn't win, so who's to say he wouldn't have won? You know, and honestly, he was open on that last play.
That's what, if he catches that touchdown and he has 120 yards and 2 touchdowns in the game-winning touchdown. I mean, that's been pretty much what got Cooper Kupp his MVP. So exactly.
Yeah. So they're 4 points away from that maybe hitting, but 0-2 for Mims. And then Jack went with Matt Stafford, Super Bowl MVP, which was close, but no cigar. They gave it to Kupp. And OBJ anytime touchdown score plus 113. That was a hit.
Yep.
He was the first touchdown score of the game. Had you taken that, you probably would have won some more money. So
absolutely.
Cashed it early.
Cashed it.
Then he died after. He secured the bet though.
Yeah.
Hope he recovers well.
Yep.
He got the bet.
He played just enough time to get Jack his 1-1.
Yeah.
So,
he said, oh, I got Jack's prop bet. Job's done. Headed out.
So all in all, we were 2-4. That's not terrible in my opinion, you know, especially with the risky. I mean, we had 2 contradicting bets. First of all, Super Bowl MVP bets, and then Rams score every quarter was also kind of risky. I don't know. I think we did good, fellas.
Definitely could have been a worse day on the
I'd have to agree.
I think it could have been better, could have been worse, you know?
Absolutely. But we want to talk about the game a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about the game, halftime show, the whole
shebang.
Yeah, let's just talk
the whole
about
shebang.
I thought it was a good game.
I think it's one of the more entertaining Super Bowls we've had in the last few years.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Outside of Chiefs Niners, I think like the last 3 or 4 have been pretty,
mediocre.
Washed. Yeah. So that was definitely a nice, pleasant upgrade. Especially last year, it was a real drubbing.
Shocked the over didn't hit.
I mean, I'm shocked, but both defenses played really well all playoffs. Like the Bengals hadn't really been in a great defense all year. They're kind of average and really stepped up in the playoffs, and the Rams are just the Rams. So I'm not.
It is the Super Bowl as well. That kind of makes it more of a defensive game. It just puts it in the air. Like Ryder said, defense wins championships.
Right. And that's exactly what we saw. It came down to the wire. O-line shit the bed. There was an opportunity for Joe to win the game there. He just didn't have enough time. The poetic winning ending. But yeah. The halftime show was pretty dope. I'm not gonna sit here and show my Caucasianness by saying it was the best of all time. But it was, but we're not going to sit here and talk about it for 45 minutes, you know? What you guys think about the halftime show?
They played all the songs I wanted them to play. And 50 Cent was a nice little add-in that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, he wasn't like on the list of people there was, but like they didn't promote him showing up, right? He was He was a surprise.
And that makes me ask questions. Like, was that supposed to be a surprise? Did he want that to be a surprise, or are they just like disrespecting my guy 50?
Like,
not promoting him
like
with the big names.
Maybe it was like a last minute decision or something.
I don't know.
Just gonna
I loved
it,
to be in LA that day, and they were just like, "Yo, man, you want to come perform in the Super Bowl with us?"
Yeah.
I feel like
Dr. Dre hit him up.
I feel like we've been getting memes from every halftime performance in the past years, and
It's tradition.
50 Cent hanging like fucking Spider-Man from the ceiling is definitely the meme we receive from this halftime show. I would say.
Blood was in his cranium. I wonder how long he was hanging there.
That is a great
question. What if he passed out or something?
I mean, you could definitely see he looked like
he got down pretty quick.
It was funny, but I thought it was a good show.
Who thought that was a good idea?
I will say, I almost shed a tear when I saw Kendrick for real.
Yeah,
just
like a mythical creature at this
happiness
point.
And frustration. It's like, okay, you're alive.
Dude, what
you're
have
doing
you been
well.
doing?
Yeah. There's news that he's dropping like some like June or some shit. I don't know. I don't believe anything I hear about Kendrick. Like
you just got to wait until it actually happens.
It's just not. He's.
Whenever I see that on Apple Music is what I'll believe in.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
as far as the game, the Bengals O-line shit the bed per usual. Like,
who would have saw that coming?
They gave up one sack in the entire first half, and then the Rams started switching to stunts and like kind of twist like combinations on the like defensive line, and they were just befuddled. Gave up like 5 sacks and 3 straight 3-and-outs.
The cut and I tried to tell you that they ain't winning shit.
They had it. I mean, they were in that game the entire time. So to say they weren't going to win and act like it was never in question.
I mean, the T. Higgins face mask was bullshit.
Yeah.
That is true.
That was absolute bullshit. I mean, they still could have drived that, or was that what down was that?
That was the first play. That was the very
okay. It was the first play. Yeah. Okay.
The second half, I mean.
Okay. It was still definitely a game-changing play right there.
Oh yeah, the momentum completely shifted. That's when I was like, okay, we have a football game.
I betted Cincy. Yeah, I almost live betted Cincy at the end of the first half, just the way the momentum was already swinging. And then when that happened, I was like, oh shit, they're about to actually fucking win. That's a big one.
Gonna win. When I saw that, I was like, they're gonna go score one more time, and that's gonna be ball game. And then
Rams are playing from behind. Yeah, Matt Stafford playing from behind is never.
Yeah, not a scenario.
Blown under the radar how clutch he's been throughout his career until he got to LA. Is that just me?
What you mean?
If you look at it in the past like decade, he's like up there with like, I mean, top 3 in like game-winning drives in fourth quarter OT, like in the last decade. That's in Detroit. So
do we want to have the is Matt Stafford a Hall of Famer conversation now?
We can. Right now?
Right now.
Right
now.
No. I don't think so. I think he will be though. If he just like continues to be consistent. Like,
how many more years of production at this rate do you need for it to say he's a Hall of Famer?
3 or 4.
Okay.
See, here's my argument with that is that he's never been like Richard Sherman said. I don't mean to piggyback completely off him, but he's never been at the top of his position at any point in his career. So how can we call him one of the greatest at his position of all time if that's the case?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my counterbalance to that.
I'm not even holding like Detroit over his head either. Like that, since he was losing games, that's what keeps him from being a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I just don't think he is, regardless if he was on a shitty team or not. But if he just keeps production like the next 3 years, then I think he should be a lock, especially now that he has a ring.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just looked at his 2011 year, which is probably his best year. He had 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. I mean, that's like pretty much identical numbers to what he had this year, but in one less game. But then other than that, it's always been like 21 and 11, 26 and 10, like 20, just like middling numbers with lots of yards. I don't know.
No, it's just not enough for me.
He's a hair under 50,000 total career yards. He's got 323 total passing touchdowns and 161 total interceptions with a career QBR of 91.1.
Jeez.
So I'm going to who should we try to compare that to? Who do y'all want to compare that to kind of for reference? Like Matt Ryan, maybe, who I also don't think is a Hall of Famer, but maybe has more of a case than Matt Stafford.
I think Matt Ryan should be. I think he has more than a case than Stafford.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a better.
Even now that Stafford has a Super Bowl, you think that?
Yeah,
Matt Ryan has the MVP.
Yeah, I do.
So if you're talking about who's the best at their position during the time, Matt Ryan literally proved he was the most valuable player for an entire season.
Agreed. Matt Ryan is better all time than Stafford, regardless of this ring or not.
That's a tough call for me. I don't know. I watched Matt Ryan choke a Super Bowl.
You can't let like one game like determine if he's a Hall of Famer or not. I think that's unfair.
I guess looking at the stats, it is kind of hard to say Matt Ryan's not a Hall of Famer. It's just like, damn, dude, how do you not have a Super Bowl?
It's definitely a stain on his legacy.
He does have an MVP. You're right. But yeah, that does. Yeah,
it's a giant. It's just a giant.
I'll put it in perspective. If they never choked that game, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
Exactly.
You're
exactly.
Absolutely right about that. I don't know. I just feel like that ring definitely. You're right. I think that Matt Stafford is worse than Matt Ryan. It's just like as far as legacy goes, I think Stafford's
that
probably
ring talks.
Yeah. He's that guy that grinded it out in Detroit and still got a ring somehow.
Well, let's say Matt Ryan just like checks out of Atlanta and ends up on like Tampa Bay and somehow ends up with
that'd be dirty. I love that.
I think it's too late.
You think it's too late?
Yeah.
I think that
is Matt Ryan a Falcon next year?
As far as I'm concerned, he is. I don't have him written down on the free agents or anything.
It just seems like every year we talk about is Matt Ryan. Like, are they going to trade him finally?
If anything, I think we should be talking about will they draft his successor?
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think it's fair to Matt Ryan, and I don't think it's logical or reasonable to think that they would like go after like a guy like Rodgers or like Wilson.
I mean, they're
just trade him for draft picks or something,
right? Like that. I don't know.
They're not in a position to like compete right now. So yeah, I kind of see what you're saying, especially since they're probably gonna have to get rid of Calvin.
I'm gonna put this in the air. If the Broncos don't get Rodgers, I could see them going for Matt Ryan. Maybe not, but I could kind of see it.
I would think they're probably more likely to go through the draft where they're slated to draft.
What's their draft
Broncos?
position? Yeah,
top 10, I believe.
The Broncos have always been bad at drafting quarterbacks, though. I feel like, at least with John Elway up there, whoever's been in charge.
That's not going to stop them from doing it.
That's valid.
Am I wrong?
I say you just look at the misses like Osweiler, Locke, Paxton Lynch.
Oh man,
all those guys.
That's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Those are the last three quarterbacks they drafted.
Yeah, I think the answer to the Stafford question though, I think he's probably a Hall of Famer. He plays the hardest position in football. He doesn't have atrocious stats, like if Joe Namath is a Hall of Famer, and I think Matt Stafford is a Hall of Famer.
That's fair with that logic.
Yeah, like you can't. I feel like the quarterbacks just get more leniency because it's such a hard position to play, and there's not truly not many great quarterbacks, to be honest.
Well, I'm trying to think of like quarterbacks that aren't in the Hall of Fame that maybe like could be. I don't know.
Mike Vick.
Because I'm trying to think of like someone to compare him to like say if that person's not in, then how, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I can't think of someone from recent memory.
Exactly. That's yeah.
Yeah, I just think that there's just no argument to not put him in.
Like, so in that case, like
I feel like there's a better quarterback to ask ourselves, is this guy a Hall of Famer that's in the league right now? I just don't know who it is. Shit, is Phillip Rivers in the Hall of Fame?
I was just about to ask that.
I don't think he's been retired long enough to like be eligible yet.
I mean, he will be a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah,
will he?
He should be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, in comparison to some of the quarterbacks that are in the Hall of Fame, like, let me look. I got them pulled up right here. Like, we got Troy Aikman, John Elway, Brett Favre, Jim Kelly, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Joe Montana.
Yeah, I need to hear some of the worst names. You're naming top guys.
These are the guys that are on the top. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going down.
Scroll down. Yeah.
Dan Fouts, Otto Graham, Bob Greasy.
Old fuckers.
Yeah. Warren Moon. There's Joe Namath. Bart Starr, Fran Tarkenton, Kurt Warner's on here, Steve Young, Bob Waterfield.
Yeah, I think certainly Phillip Rivers gets in, especially when you take into account how long he played.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think longevity of a guy says something about him. He certainly didn't have a losing record. Impressive passing yard number. I mean,
Never won a conference championship, though.
Is that his fault?
I mean, to an extent, yes.
Since San Diego.
I don't know.
Let's not act like some of those San Diego teams back then weren't real good.
Not Super Bowl good.
Clearly.
We're going to look back and say, damn, those Cardinals teams were really good. They're never going to win a Super Bowl. Panthers have had good teams and everyone's, you know what I'm saying?
Solid point.
All right. Let's stray away from football for a second. Let's talk some college hoops, shall we?
Some round ball?
Yeah, some round ball. It's time. We have each accumulated a list of 4 teams that we believe personally can make a March Madness run. Now, how do we want to do this? Do we want to go one at a time? Do we want to just go all 4 at once? What are we doing here?
You decide.
I say we go. Let's do all 4 at once.
Okay. Now, who would like
Just
to go
drop
first?
them
Is the
all.
next question.
You can start us off, Grant.
All right. Disclaimer: the order of these teams that I'm listing off is no order of strong to weak. These are just 4 teams that I believe could make a run come March Madness time. Let's start with Duke. This is Coach K's last season. We have to take that into consideration, guys. There is magic to be said in that, you know what I'm saying?
He might go beast mode.
They are playing really good, like, as of lately. Like, they're not a bad basketball team by any means. Like, they have the pieces to actually make a run. I think, like, as honestly, as far as like how confident I am that any of these teams go far, I think this team minimum goes to Elite 8. That's just my opinion. What's the guy's name? Banchero?
Paolo Banchero, yeah.
Yeah, Banchero. Yeah, no, he's disgusting. Like, you have the superstar name there, and then, like, I just feel like they have a solid team around him to where they can make a decent run. You know what I'm saying? Not
Wendell Moore.
Yeah, they got a good team. My next team is Gonzaga. I just feel like they're definitely going to get a 1 seed. I feel like they always do. I So it's kind of like a easy gimme pick. They have 2 L's on the year right now, as far as I'm concerned, and there's to Bama and Duke. 2 good teams. And Gonzaga is tall, deep, and they have 8 players averaging 15 points per game or more on like playing for them right now. So wouldn't be shocked if they were damn near in the Final Four. A team outside of the top 10 that I have written down is I try to pick a wild card team because, there's always going to be a team that's not supposed to be there, like not expected to go as far as they, you know what I'm saying? I have Illinois written down just because I know,
good.
Yeah, they're good. They have a star, Kofi Cockburn, 21.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, shooting 60.7%. Not the best defender, but I mean, when you're putting up those numbers in college offensively, I mean, it's kind of, he's a beast.
He's a big beefy boy. It's kind of hard to hold down the paint.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they have a strong guard core to surround him. And they have really impressive wins on the season. They have a hard schedule. The Big Ten is not a cupcake schedule by any means. They got teams like Wisconsin, Purdue, Ohio State, Michigan State, Rutgers is a really low-key, sneaky good team. So Illinois is my wild card team. They were definitely I was in between them and a couple of teams, but that's just who I ended up picking. And then my last team is Kentucky. They're hot. They've got some impressive wins at Auburn. That's a huge win. At Kansas, no, they were number 5. They're number 5 right now. I think they're up there. Kansas is a good basketball team.
Yeah, they just drubbed Baylor, who's 7, by 20 last week. So yeah, Kansas is a damn good team.
Right, and then they had an overtime win versus Mississippi State, and Mississippi State isn't like a great team by any means, but I feel like if those in-conference games, like especially when they go to overtime, I feel like it says a lot about a team to be able to like finish in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Not like because everybody's gonna drop a couple games they shouldn't be losing. It's just college basketball. I thought that was an impressive win by them, and they've just been strong in conference. And yeah, those are my teams.
Solid list. List.
Got a few similarities there, I must say.
All right. Pass it to whoever. Yeah, Mims,
I'll go ahead. All right. So I've got 4 teams, and I've got an honorable mention because it kind of comes with an exception at the end. But mine is kind of in order here. So my team that I'm the most confident in is the team that Grant just went over, Kentucky. I think, like Grant said, they're red hot. They have what appears to be might be the best player in the country, and Oscar Tshiebwe, who's averaging 16 points and 15 a game.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
60% from the floor. They got Ty Washington Jr., who's come on strong here lately. Kellen Grady's a fantastic shooter. Severe Wheeler might be one of the best transfers in the country, coming from Georgia as a great point guard. Plays a true point guard spot. He's averaging 7 assists, which I don't think people really realize. 7 assists in college basketball is a fucking lot.
That's crazy.
That's top 5 in the country easily.
Yeah, so him doing that is pretty impressive, at least in like Power 5 and big time basketball. And I mean, it's Kentucky, so they're always deep. I haven't even mentioned Dante Allen, who's a veteran on this team. He's only played 16 games because he's banged up, but he really helps him out defensively. Same thing with what's his name, Toppin. I'm forgetting his first name. But he's really good.
It's Obi Toppin's little brother.
Is it really? That's hilarious. Yeah. And then Davion Mintz.
Well, he's nice then.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
So dude, Kentucky is just top to bottom.
While you're on Kentucky, I hate to interrupt. One point I wanted to mention. I feel like they're due for a run. They haven't been very. What's the word?
They haven't been their usual selves, it feels like the last 2
Yeah, they just haven't been dominant.
Yeah.
They just haven't been very like there as far as like when it comes to March. They just bounce pretty early. It feels like.
Like SEC
They're due for a
basketball
run.
used to be Kentucky and everybody else, and now it feels like everyone else is kind of caught up in the last couple of years, like Alabama and LSU and Auburn and Florida to
Right.
an extent. So Tennessee,
there's a lot of good basketball teams today.
yeah.
Like I feel like
especially-
college basketball is pretty level. It's pretty fun.
It's good. It's good for the sport.
Good for-
Absolutely. So yeah, I think Kentucky's probably the one I'm the most confident in if I had to pick out of these 4 teams to make a strong run. But I would follow that up with the number 1 team in the country right now, Gonzaga. Like Grant said, they've got a cakewalk schedule per usual to the tournament. They're going to be a 1 seed unless they catastrophisely fuck up, which I just don't see happening. Drew Timmy's averaging 17 and 6. He's been a beast defensively, averaging a block as well, 60% from the floor. Chet Holmgren might be one of the best freshmen in the country, leads the nation in blocks, 3 a game, which is insane. That's on par with Anthony Davis years ago. He's also averaging almost a double-double with 14 points and 9 boards. Julian Strother at the guard, Andrew Nimbard, the transfer. Rasir Bolton, they got, like Grant said, they got 5 guys in double figures every night. A bunch of guys shooting over 30% from 3, so they can space the floor out. They're
It's 8 guys.
No, I'm looking. They have 8 guys averaging double-digit minutes. It's 5 guys points. Yeah, I noticed that when you said it earlier, but I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. But yeah, no. But they're shooting really well from 3, and they have the bigs to really compete with anybody in size. So they're just a mismatch for, basically everybody in the country, except for the few halves that have bigs and guards to compete with them, which are mostly on this list. But staying on the West Coast, which I will be doing for the remainder of this list, we've got Arizona. I've watched a few of their games this year. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I've just been like super, super into Arizona basketball. The few games I've seen, they play really well together. They're well coached. They got a big and Christian Coloco who's just 7'1", like 240 pounds, and come tournament time, that's a problem.
Tank.
Yeah, like that. There's not many guys that are 7'1" in college basketball, period. So if you got a good team around a guy like that, and you've also got another guy who's 7 foot 260 coming off the bench, and Omar Ballo, like, in my opinion, like I said, just size matters a whole lot in the tournament because you'll play teams that don't have a 7-footer, and if you've got 2, that is going to create issues.
Switch them out.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got good guard play. Like I said, they're a well-coached team. Their best player actually is Benedict Mathurin, who's averaging 17.6 boards and a steal a game, shooting 37% from 3. So the only really drawback from this team is that they're not a great 3-point shooting team. So if they get behind, I feel like that could give them problems in the tournament. But
Interesting.
if they can pound the paint and catch teams that are undersized, I think they could definitely make a run to the Elite 8 or Final 4, which is something
They
I
just
feel
have
like
good matchups. They should be fine.
exactly. And I feel like Arizona's yet to make that run. Like, I feel like they've kind of been like outside of the few years where they were on near that top 10 level, but have yet to really go far in the tournament. So I'm kind of projecting this to be their breakout.
This is the year.
Yeah. And staying in the Pac-12 again, I'm going to a team that made a run last year, and I expect them to possibly make a run again this year with the transfer they got in Boogie Ellis. But the USC Trojans, they have Isaiah Mobley, who's averaging 14 and 8. He's shooting 39% from 3, which is crazy as a forward. So he's been playing really good at blocking a steal a game, 3 assists. You got Boogie Ellis to transfer, 12 points, 3 assists, 3 boards. Shooting all right from 3. They got Chavez Goodwin returning, who shout out the 803. He will be playing forward for them. He's averaging 24 minutes a game and almost giving them 12 points and 7 boards a game. They're just, they've been there before, and I feel like that experience could give them, some type of.
They went pretty far last year, right?
Yeah, I think they went to the Elite 8 last year. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like
okay.
that experience in the tournament could maybe guide them through some tough games and possibly, take them into the Elite 8 realm. And then
Definitely.
I have an honorable mention because I'm biased as hell, but I also think it's super valid. LSU could make a good run in this tournament if they're healthy. They've been missing their 3-point guards the last 3 weeks. They've dropped like 6 games, but they got Xavier Pinson back, and they've started winning basketball games again. It's crazy what happens when you get a point guard. So if that team can get healthy by tournament time, I feel like they could make a run, but I don't think they'll be healthy by tournament time. So That's why.
Are they a
put them on
lock
the
for
list.
the tournament, or are they on the bubble right now?
We are projected as a 7 seed right now.
Okay.
We could finish up as like a 6 seed, possibly. Like we were at one point like the number 13 team in the country, and then we just went on this crazy losing streak.
Yeah.
So
it should be fine. A little SEC tournament run possibly as well.
That's what I'm saying. Catch a win over like Tennessee coming up here late in the season. Get another Q1 win, and maybe get us up to like a 6 or 5 seed.
I'm smelling cap.
That smelly smell.
Yeah, but at least it was an honorable mention, so I won't give you too much shit.
Yeah, it wasn't in the official list.
And we also have, I've talked about mismatches because I think that's a lot of March Madness is causing mismatches. I think LSU has a big
shut up.
No, Tari Eason, he's a 6'9" forward that can dribble. Like there's not many of those in college basketball. So like, again, if you can draw mismatches, depending on what side of the bracket you're on, I'm not saying it's a lock, but if they draw teams,
okay, I think everybody should like hear us out when we're making these. There's no like bracket for us to look at. Like we don't know who's in and who's out. These teams that we're naming are obviously all in, but like we don't know who they'll be facing. There's going to be a bunch of like small schools in that we're going to have to take a look at before like we make our brackets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about the mismatches, as Mims is saying.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so it really all depends on where shit goes. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of mismatches, the Knicks are fucking dragging the Nets right now. It is 40-21.
Love that. All right, Jack, it's your turn.
All right, well, it's a little awkward because 3 of my teams you guys already talked about. Those 3 teams are Arizona, Kentucky, and Illinois. I think you guys said almost everything I was going to say about all 3 teams. So that leaves me with 1 team left. And this team's kind of a sleeper, kind of not, since they're ranked in the top 10. But I'm taking Villanova. I love me some Colin Gillespie, and they've been there before. And I just trust them. I feel like they're a Sweet 16, Elite 8 lock with just the experience they have.
Sweet 16, yeah.
I'm always praying one old school Big East team that fucking sneaks in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Villanova's just always there.
We need to do some studying up on these smaller schools that are gonna get
definitely.
in.
Definitely.
I mean, we're bound to see one of them in the Elite 8. You know it to be true.
Definitely. It always happens.
I remember the year George Mason was in the Final Four.
Good times.
I think a take I want to get off right now is we're going to see at least one SEC team in the Final Four.
A take I want to get off right now is I think Auburn's going to lose in the second round.
Yeah, none of us picked Auburn.
Yeah, I think Auburn.
Trust them.
Yeah, we just don't trust Auburn.
It's crazy because I've seen them make runs in the tournament before.
I trust Kentucky much more than I trust Auburn this year.
I agree. Kentucky's the king of the SEC.
Auburn has that smelly smell.
They do.
But it's crazy because if you look at the roster, like top to bottom, you look at them, you're like, this team should easily if you look at them, the team and watch them play, they look like the best team in the country. But it's just something about them. They just reek of a 10-point loss to Stanford in the round of 32.
Exactly. Some bullshit's definitely gonna go down with this team.
I'm excited for March. I'm ready to.
They're gonna bust a lot of brackets. I'm very excited for March.
I think them and Providence. I think a lot of people are gonna see Providence as like a 2 seed and be like, oh hell yeah, and then they're gonna
yeah.
Just fucking blow it.
They lost to Villanova the other night.
Yeah, I saw it. That was a good game. Those fans were going nuts.
Yeah. I saw the highlights.
All right. Should we talk straight back into football and talk some free agency?
Hell yeah.
All right. I think how I'm going to do this is just read by position, see what we got here. All right. So the free agents this year, quarterbacks, Jameis Winston, Fitzmagic, Scam Newton, Trubisky, Teddy Bridgewater. Some trade bait quarterbacks we have, guys that are probably going to be on the move. Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo. Any names have we heard we want to talk about here?
I mean, obviously the quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo, we all kind of believe he's on the move from the 49ers, right?
Oh, he
I think
definitely
he's on
is.
the move. He's on the move.
Yeah, they're
So
working together to find suitors.
So does anyone know the cap hit for his contract next year? It's like something like $27 million, right?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah, so that only leaves like a few suitors in general, like the Dolphins, Jags, Bengals, Chargers, Jets, which I think all five of the teams I just listed except for the Dolphins are pretty much set on quarterback right there. The Broncos might trade for him. The Colts potentially, they have 35 million cap space.
Football teams.
Or 38 million. That's also valid. They have 31 million in cap space. The Steelers have 31 million. They're right there on that threshold. And then the last team that has the cap space to do it would be the Chicago Bears. Now, you could argue some teams like the Eagles or the Raiders could clear cap space to do it, but then again, that is something else to be talked about. But I think Jimmy G is a quarterback that's definitely going to be on the move.
Oh, he's 200. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like which team, but like as far as like where he's going to go is kind of like up in the air completely because
I think we see Jimmy G in Washington next year. I've seen reports that they're interested. They can justify trading a pick for him because the market is kind of weak without Rodgers. And I mean,
Deshaun Watson's up in the air, and Russell Wilson apparently always wants to be traded but never leaves.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in Pittsburgh either. Honestly, seems like a Pittsburgh kind of guy as far as play style.
Sadly, yeah. Sadly,
y'all love him.
Another guy whose name stuck out to me, who's a funny name, but will Mitchell Trubisky have a starting job next season? Is he going to trick anyone?
He shouldn't. I
mean, if
he doesn't, I wouldn't mind it as long as it's not the Steelers.
The Saints, I'm seeing, are interested. I don't know if
we can't sign anybody right now, so that's of no concern to me.
Is Jameis gone?
He was on a 1-year deal, but like since he blew out his knee, I feel like his value is also shit. So I feel like we could get him back too.
Yeah.
Jameis is on here. Surprised Fitzmagic isn't retiring. He should just. I feel like there's actually a backup spot open in Buffalo now. I'm sure that's where he'll end up.
It'd be a hell of a backup.
That's where he belongs, man. He was there come playoff time, shirtless, currently employed by the Commanders. So I definitely think that's like a lock because Trubisky's out in Buffalo. Fitzmagic is out. I think that's probably a swap. Teddy Bridgewater, is he going to be a starter anywhere?
If he's going to go anywhere, I could see it being somewhere like the Colts or something. Like, I don't see him.
I don't hate that.
I don't see him going anywhere like crazy, but that's like the only place I could see him bouncing to. I don't think many of the teams on here with cap space to do anything are looking for a quarterback, and I think that's like part of the issue here. I would say the Lions, but I feel like that would just be a lateral move for the Lions, going from Goff to Bridgewater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so where are our favorites for the big three? Watson, Rodgers, and Wilson.
Watson, a Houston penitentiary. I'm just kidding. He's probably gonna. I think he just stays in Houston until this whole thing just gets figured out.
Yeah, I don't think anything happens.
We'll mark him down as a TBD.
It's just like, are you going to trade for someone like imagine like if the Michael Vick dog fighting thing came out, but like he didn't go to jail like immediately and they were just trying to trade him. Like, do you think anybody trades for a guy that might go to jail or might have like irreparable damage to your franchise?
Yeah, it's just not fair to like
give up 3 first-round picks for that.
I think these teams are like delusional enough to take that chance, though. I just don't know.
Oh, absolutely. Football GMs are stupid, but is it the right choice? No.
You think the Finns do it? Did the Finns do it?
Absolutely. I think they're the one team that they're the only team that I think will do it.
What about Wilson, man? So I think he's fine. I think
he
he's
stays.
actually really. I think this is the year he finally leaves. I think he's actually out.
If he goes anywhere,
I think they're
Where do you
rebuilding.
think he goes? Chicago, New York,
Yeah.
Philadelphia is what I see.
Philly. Yeah,
I see Philly, or I could see possibly the Colts.
I honestly don't know, dude.
Because I think Carson Wentz is done. That's why I'm just kind of assuming the Colts.
Oh yeah, no,
I could
he's
see the
done.
Colts, yeah.
They're about to like cut him or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just keep him the fuck away from the AFC East. That's all I ask. All of these guys. Rodgers, I think, is a lock to go to Denver.
Denver, Green Bay again. The guy.
I think he stays.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Enough about quarterbacks. Let's talk about some running backs, shall we?
All right.
Free agent running backs. Guys who are free agents. Leonard Fournette. Huge name. Huge name on the market. James Conner. One of your former baby boys, Jack. Cordell Patterson is, but I saw that they're like he really wants to go back to Atlanta, obviously. And I saw
they're gonna give him a bag, right?
No, I don't think so. I think they're trying to structure like a basically like what's it called? A discount deal. But
he likes it there. He gets to play there more. I mean, he had the best year of his career by far there, so I definitely understand the connection to Atlanta.
He's their guy now.
Sweet Feet White, James White, Rashad Penny, who, how old do y'all think Rashad Penny is?
He's probably like 25, but I feel like he's 37.
Same. Okay. He's 26 years old. He's coming off a 6 touchdown, 750-yard season. Like, he's not a bad. He's definitely
just tiny.
Yeah.
I would have swore he was like 29, 30.
Yeah, same. He's 20 fucking 6. I'm like, what? I thought he was at least 30, 31. That's what I thought.
I just remember when the Seahawks drafted him, and I was like, that was stupid. In the first round, like the 19th overall pick. They're like, yeah, we want the 5'8", 180-pound running back.
Yeah. And then we have Chase Edmonds. So that's notable because both James Conner and Chase Edmonds are from Arizona. I assume they bring one of them back.
The team's imploding as well.
They are.
It seems like it is
a dumpster fire. Who would have thought? Not me,
we can talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, no. We had that smelly smell since like week 6, didn't you, Grant?
Dude, I've been telling the people. They're frauds. All right. And then trade pieces that are probably going to be on the move here, running back wise, Saquon Barkley and Kareem Hunt.
Just as far as value, what do you think you can get for Saquon? Because I definitely don't. I think a first is completely out of the question, right? Like no chance.
I'd say so.
What are you looking for? Like 2 seconds? Like a third, a second?
Not 2 seconds. Yeah, I'd say like a third and a second. I don't know. Like I don't know who's out here wanting to trade for Saquon.
Yeah, but if you're the Giants, that's what your return, a second round pick and a third round pick on a return for the second overall pick in the draft, not even 2 years ago, is pretty bad.
Yeah, you ever taken a running back that high?
Yeah, I'm about to say, like everybody in the world knew. Why would you take a running back second overall? I digress.
I'd like to talk about Leonard Fournette. What are we thinking about him? And we're assuming Brady's retired.
I think he's leaving. I'm pretty sure that's like actually happened. Like he's gone. I don't. Who needs a running back?
Let me put a team I would like to see him on, but I wouldn't.
Miami.
See it happening. Them too, because they have the cap space. But a team that could use him, and they were really bad in the rushing attack last year, and he would help tremendously. And Grant, you're gonna hate this. The Buffalo Bills. They don't have the cap space.
That'd be
also,
dirty.
He probably doesn't like the cold. He's never played in a cold and climate before, Jacksonville, Louisiana, Tampa Bay. But
Miami. He's going to end up in Miami 100%.
I could
Oh, wait, no. They don't fucking need him. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah,
they have Gaskins, yeah. So,
yeah,
I mean, they could definitely use a physical back. Yeah.
They need him. I was thinking of Jacksonville for a second. I don't know why. Yeah, no, Jacksonville does not need a running back. Yeah, I think he ends up in Miami. That's my prediction. Where do we think Kareem Hunt goes?
I think he gets traded, but maybe he goes back to Kansas City. Like shit.
Nah.
I hope not.
He said, "I hope not."
I fucking hope not.
Is
I'm
that
trying
the
to think
future
of
Patriots
teams-
running back right there, Grant? Kareem Hunt?
No, we're locked in with Damian.
And you
Damian's our
Ramondre?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ramondre is good. And we're good on running
The
back.
Cardinals are in the market for a running back, so I could definitely see them swooping up either of Kareem Hunt or Leonard Fournette as well if they're losing Edmonds and Connor to free agency this year.
Trying to think of who else needs.
I think the Cardinals lose Edmonds. I think the Cardinals keep Connor.
Yeah, just because he had all the touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Texans are gonna sign somebody. They're gonna get
Definitely.
somebody.
Whether they should or not.
No, they
but
have
yeah.
to. Rex Burkhead is their running back.
Oh, you're talking about running back. Yeah, they definitely need a running back.
No, they have to. Yeah. So somebody's gonna end up in Houston for a
That
lot.
sounds like
an
that sounds like James
abnormal.
White.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna get like a big name here. I think they're gonna get a guy like.
You think they just throw a fat stack of cash at Fournette and just say like, "Come here"? I mean, it's right. Houston is like literally like
Houston-
LSU West.
Houston
So-
might be the only team in the NFL that gives up a first for Saquon Barkley.
That is facts. Well, their picks are
Future
so bad.
first.
I don't know. Their picks would be so bad. Like I
I don't know. I just think they give him a chance. I don't know. We'll see. Or Kareem Hunt, maybe.
yeah, I
Second
can
round for
see them
Kareem.
throwing some second rounders for.
I could
Kareem
definitely
Hunt.
see Kareem Hunt in Houston.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what Houston would trade, but yeah, I could see it.
Enough about a useless position. Let's talk about a very, very deep wide receiver free agency class.
Mhm.
We got a lot of names to cover. Are you guys ready for all these names I'm about to throw at you?
Let's go name by name here with a few of these guys, and then once we get down to like the lesser names, we'll kind of skip through.
All right.
Start off with Devonte.
Yep. Devonte Adams.
He's going back to Green Bay unless Aaron has other ideas. I think that's set in stone.
Honestly, I think they just run it back in Green Bay.
Yes, it just seems like if they want to play with each other, that's the easiest way to do it. And I think that's what they want to do. So,
Right. What you think, Jack?
I agree with everything you said. I think that's what's gonna happen. If Rodgers is out, I think Adams goes to like Vegas or something crazy.
Yeah,
But
wherever he gets the most money is where I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris
If
Godwin.
Rodgers is back. Chris Godwin.
he's interesting because coming off the injury and
Yeah.
with the Bucks like having
He's
to
so young.
kind of
and
go
he's
find a
so
quarterback.
good.
And he's insane.
You got to think like he's splitting, like he's in a loaded, like receiving, like Gronk, fucking, isn't OJ Howard on that team?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, good receiving tight end. Fucking Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Leonard Fournette and Rojo got
Fournette.
targets too. Yeah. So
Fucking
Rojo.
Scotty Miller.
Yeah,
Cyril
Like
Grayson.
just a bunch of
Cyril
guys.
Grayson.
I think Chris Godwin could go somewhere and be a wide receiver one with ease. I just don't know where he ends up.
I mean, I could think of a team that would really love him, but they just don't have the cap space. But hey, CG, if you want to come take a pay cut to come be on the Saints, we'd love to have you.
Nah, he should come be a Patriot. I want a lot of these
Uh,
names. I want
I heard.
one wide receiver, please. Or bring Chandler
yeah.
Jones back.
I heard Pittsburgh's going to pair up Malik Willis and Chris Godwin. That's just what I heard.
You heard Pittsburgh is?
Yeah.
That's the word on the street.
I heard we're drafting Malik Willis.
Now that
and
Juju's
we're
finally
signing Chris
out,
Godwin.
got rid of
Yeah.
TikTok guy.
Yeah, we're swapping him for Godwin.
Yeah, they want a guy who's serious about football, not his social media status.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Godwin, please come to New England. Odell Beckham Jr. the third.
Back to LA.
You think so?
Yeah.
How about you,
I
Ben?
think he's back to LA too. I think that's part of the reason.
Do they want him off the ACL tear? They're just like, fuck you.
I mean, when Robert Woods went out, he was really helped that offense tremendously by being their wide receiver too. I mean, we saw the difference in that offense when he was out of the game in the Super Bowl compared to when he was in. So,
hot take, I think he's out. I think that they just don't give him enough, and he goes to New Orleans or New England. I wouldn't really be happy if he came. Mike Williams.
I don't know why, but I think he's gone.
I think he chases a bag somewhere to some shitty
Yeah.
team.
I see him in Vegas. Vegas likes Clemson guys.
I could see him definitely being like the top receiver for like the fucking Jaguars next year or something stupid.
Yeah, I see him going to. I don't see him.
Actually, I see him definitely being a Dolphins guy because they have Waddle and then like who else at receiver?
They have Gesicki, but he is
Devonte
Also a
Adams.
free agent. Yeah, so I could definitely see them going for a big body guy like Mike Williams. Again, they have the cap space, and if he goes and chases a bag, then
isn't Will Fuller a Dolphin?
I mean, he's probably doing PEDs if he is a Dolphin. So that's 6 games of him.
Will Fuller is also on the move anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Jack's baby boy, Juju Smith-Schuster.
He's going
gone.
TikTok.
Yeah, he's gone. Where's he going?
TikTok.
Dallas or Kansas City.
Oh, please go to Dallas, Juju. It
That
would
would
make
be
it so
so
much
perfect.
easier to hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that so much. All right.
Or Kansas City to go dance with Jackson Mahomes every Sunday. One of the two.
All right.
Oh God.
After this,
This would be awful.
I'm gonna start spewing out names here.
All right.
Allen Robinson, Christian Kirk, DJ Chark, Alan Lazard, Will Fuller, Cortland Sutton, Michael Gallup, Robbie Anderson.
There are 3 names on there that really stick out to me. DJ Chark, Michael Gallup, and Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
I think y'all are sleeping on Alan Lazard, man.
I think he's fine, but I think only Packers fans or like only Packers see his value and they'll just keep him.
I think he goes back.
Okay.
I think Chark is a really kind of rare deep threat in the fact he's like 6'4" and like runs a 4.3, and he's never really had great quarterback play his entire career and has still managed to be a somewhat pretty solid receiver. Michael Gallup has been receiver 3 his entire career and has still managed to have pretty notable games. And then Cortland Sutton, I feel like, is only like 23, 24.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, just betting on youth there. Yeah, I was gonna say betting on youth there, and also the same thing I just brought up with Chark. He's never.
I would like to see him go back because it sounds like they're gonna get a big name quarterback.
Yeah, but
it'd be nice to see how good he really is playing for somebody that's top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I'm also interested to see where Allen Robinson ends up.
Yeah, because I feel like he's a good receiver just stuck on the Bears.
Yeah, and before that is fucking Jaguars. He's another guy who's never been a great receiver, just never had great quarterback play, you know?
Yeah.
And
I think he leaves. He should leave.
Yeah, he should leave. I don't think they're interested in bringing him back.
I think he's going to want too much money in there and like total, like, I won't say rebuild mode, but they just got a new coach. They got a new quarterback. They're kind of
he didn't do shit for them this season. I don't know why. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good fit for either side.
Yeah, it just seems like they need a total reset. Both sides.
And then trade bait pieces. Mr. Michael Thomas.
I think he's staying.
Well, that's ridiculous. Amari Cooper, who would save Dallas $16 million if they move him.
Christ.
Julio Jones saves Tennessee 9.5 and maybe more if they move him before a certain date. Juice Landry would save the Browns $15.1 million. I feel like they have to do that. And then Tyler Higbee is probably on the move as well. $6.2 million he clears up.
See, I feel like if he's on the move, then the Rams bring him back. Or bring Odell back. Sorry, I should have said that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But what do we think about these other guys? 3 big names right there. I think are probably all on the move. If not, maybe not Julio.
I think Julio's. Yeah, I mean just Julio in general because I feel like I don't know many people that would trade for him. Jarvis Landry, I feel like could definitely be an interesting trade piece for the same teams we keep mentioning. I know me and Grant keep mentioning it, New England and New Orleans, or probably the 2 teams in like the most desperate need of help at receiver
For that
well.
much,
So
for that much money, I'm not interested.
we don't have the cap space to do it, period. So it's not like it's a choice for us. But yeah, no, if we could get them to like buy him out or something, or I don't know if you can do that in the NFL. I know you can do it in basketball. That would be great.
And Amari Cooper.
I don't think they trade him. I don't think they trade him.
I think they have to, bro.
I could see him being a Philadelphia Eagle.
Wow.
Well, okay. I think that they should bring Gallup back and trade Coop.
Here's my argument for why I could see him being a Philadelphia Eagles. The
Man.
Eagles have the 3 first-round picks, and they would be so quick. Like since the whole Rager thing, and they've been crapped on for not having a receiver for so long.
They don't have anything at receiver, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I think they'd be
Jalen
real
Reagor.
quick to give up a first-round pick since they have 3 of them to get a solidified product in Amari Cooper.
Yeah, Jalen Rager's for wins.
I like it.
That's interesting. I like that take.
The only question there though is do they make that trade interdivision? That's like the only thing holding that back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why I was surprised. It's just because they're rivals. That'd be a big one.
Oh yeah, it's kind of
Lots
like
of
whenever
beef.
The Eagles signed DeMarco Murray whenever the Cowboys didn't,
Uh-huh.
and then he just sucked in Philadelphia. Oh man,
Do we think Zach Ertz moves or we think he stays? He's a free agent.
I just don't think he moves the needle for anyone anymore.
Yeah, he's not that guy anymore.
I mean,
So
he's
he
got to
could
go
move.
somewhere. He's not going to be unemployed.
I think he'll move. Yeah. I think he moves. Don't know where. Somewhere random.
Gesicki is a huge name. I think he deserves a bag. I think he's
very
better.
underrated.
Like if Austin Hooper got a bag from the Browns, I don't see why Mike Gesicki doesn't get a bag from somebody because he was a huge part of that Miami offense this season.
Well, who's paying?
Somebody will.
The Packers.
Somebody, I promise you, somebody will give him a bag.
The Packers are down there in cap space like us. They're the team.
Tanya's been good for the Packers though.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, and Tanya's not leaving. So
maybe a team like the Carolina Panthers.
Tommy Tremble.
Possibly.
No, they do have Tremble. I forgot about that.
I don't know. That's just an interesting name, I think, to look out for.
Not Philly. Who does Pittsburgh have at tight end right now?
Muth.
Ew.
Fryermuth? Yeah, no, yeah. I definitely could see y'all signing Mike Gesicki because I know
didn't y'all draft him really early?
Like second round.
He got really good at the end of the year. So I'm not I wasn't mad at our pick. When we drafted him at first, I was like, what the fuck?
Who do the Bears have?
Is it Kmet?
Yeah.
Kmet, okay.
Maybe the Bengals make a splash.
Arizona.
I know they like Uzama.
Well, Arizona has Ertz, so yeah, maybe Arizona. If he leaves, that'd be dirty.
Arizona doesn't have the cap. I'm looking at it. I mean, they could make the cap. They're only
813,000
below.
The
Jets is just a wasteland. They do got the cap though.
The Jets have a ton of cap.
I feel like the Jets, if the Jets wanted to be serious this year, like if they really wanted to go balls to the wall and try and make something with Zach Wilson, they could do it with the cap space they had this year. If they're serious,
they have a good team. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm saying they have a solid offensive line and Becton and a few others. They've got a couple good skill position players, and Wilson improved throughout the year. Granted, he looked like shit to start, so it's hard to get worse. But
it's a joke. Don't get me that.
No.
They have good defense though. So I as much as I like to clown on the Jets, they do have a good team. It's just I can't take him seriously.
Like I said, if they spend this $48 million correctly this offseason, they could be a way better team than you would think.
We will see. All right, let's talk about some defensive free agents, and then we'll move on. Chandler Jones, Von Miller, Jadeveon Clowney, Akeem Hicks, Calais Campbell, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, Stephon Gilmore, Jesse Bates, J.C. Jackson. Y'all brought Marshawn Lattimore back, correct?
Yeah, he got re-signed in the middle of the year.
Okay. Marcus Williams, Carlton Davis, and Marcus May.
I mean,
a lot of interesting names.
I think the 4 best names you listed in there, all in the secondary too. So really interesting as far as who goes where.
What do we think about Chandler Jones?
I think he gets a vet deal somewhere.
I would love to see him come back to New England. Would love that. He's definitely leaving.
I hope not.
I think
he's out of there.
I would love to see him come back. Gilmore, I believe, is actually on the move again, which is funny.
What about J.C. Jackson?
I don't think we're paying him, man. I don't know why.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know why.
If you're not paying him, then what was the point of trading Gilmore?
Exactly. Don't fucking ask me questions like that, Mims. Don't do that.
Oh, man, that's an odd thing. I could see Gilmore. I think Gilmore goes ring chasing. I think he signs a small deal with the Chiefs.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Let's see it.
What do we think about Jadeveon?
I think he's out of Cleveland. He gets like a veteran deal somewhere.
I could see him in Baltimore.
Oh,
Jadeveon, come to New England. Let's just build a defensive fucking mat. Like, let's just go balls to the wall here. Jesse Bates. I feel like
He's
they have
back
to
to
bring him
Cincy.
back.
Yeah,
He
he's
has to
like the
come
best
back.
player on that defense outside of Trey Hendrickson. I think he's a lock to come back.
Will the Saints pay Marcus Williams?
If we fucking can. I know we want to. We just are 75
Saints
million
are
under the cap
broke
right
as
now.
shit.
Yeah, y'all are a joke.
I'm not even exaggerating. I'm literally looking at it right now. We're 75 million under the cap.
Yeah.
Or over the cap, excuse me. So
A dumpster fire over there.
shit, quarterback, dude. Jesus.
What about the Honey Badger? He's definitely
stays.
leaving. I think he's definitely gone. I think he's definitely gone.
I think he's leaving because I don't think Kansas City.
I think they're blowing
fans like
up.
him. Yeah.
Oh no. I was thinking he's still in Arizona. Excuse me. Yeah, I think he is leaving though. I think he's tired of it.
Interesting.
I don't know where he'd end up. He should come to New England.
This is just all just Grant trying to pitch these guys.
Yeah,
to
let's
come to
not-
New England.
Don't go to New England. Let's
We don't
not
need
do
them.
that.
Every single name we list, they
not
should
do
come to
that.
New England.
Oh yeah.
We got McCourty and Duggar. We don't got no room for you, pal.
You would put him at slot and you would love him. Nickel. That's basically what he plays over there anyways.
Yeah, we just replaced one LSU safety with another playing corner in Jalen Mills for Tyrann Mathieu.
You would be happy with that trade.
I would be so happy. All right.
But I could see Tyrann Mathieu being either a Bronco or a Colt because I think he's wanting to get paid.
I could definitely see that too. All right. Let's move on. Should we give out our awards or do we want to talk about UFC? We want to talk about some USFL. What do we want to do next?
Let's do the awards first since we're still in the NFL right now.
All right, let's wrap up this NFL convo. Actually, no, we still got something else for us later. All right. So we're giving out our NFL awards, the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, all that shabazz. And then we added our breakout player, our fall off player, and then our meme player. So that's what we're about to do. How do we want to I think we should go one award at a time.
I like it. Valid.
All right. Who's your MVP, Jack?
I'm taking Cooper Kupp. I think he was like, I don't get why this isn't talked about more. Like, he should have been the MVP, even though Rodgers is my guy and Rodgers just like did everything perfectly. I just think Cooper Kupp's like season was so good that you have to give him the MVP. He did so much. I don't know. Do you guys disagree with that?
No, he's also my MVP.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he's
right here.
Yeah, so it seems like he's the exclusive podcast unanimous MVP then.
Congratulations, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Oh man.
Exclusive
What an award.
podcast.
This is bigger than his Super Bowl MVP award.
Yeah, no,
I was about to say.
unanimous. Oh my.
First ever unanimous selection.
Now this is
What
where
a guy. What a Chad.
This is where things get a little bit more interesting. Offensive Player of the Year.
I got Tom Brady.
Who do you have, Jack? Because the answer is Tom Brady.
Am I allowed to pick Kupp or no? Should I switch it up?
He was that good. You want to give him both?
Yeah, he did it all.
I mean, shit.
No, I'm going with Rodgers then. I don't get your Brady arguments.
He was better in every single category.
316 yards. He averaged 7.5 yards an attempt.
He had more touchdowns.
1 seed in NFC. Barely threw picks. What did Rodgers do wrong?
43.
Am I missing
touchdowns?
something?
He lost 38-3 to the Saints week 1. That was pretty bad.
He wasn't trying. Also, Brady got slapped by the Saints too.
Yeah. Isn't that pretty convenient how all of the MVPs get dicked by the Saints?
Nah, Tom Brady is the offensive player of the year. It should be unanimous.
Nah.
But we have a wrong voter within the pod.
You guys are just haters, sadly. People just let their emotions get in the way. Rodgers.
All right, let's get our unanimouses out of the way. Rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Yeah, Michael Parsons is unanimous.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think that's the only unanimous one we got left.
I don't think so. Defensive player of the year. Who do you guys got? I got TJ Watt. I think
TJ
Jack
Watt.
does too.
TJ Watt, yeah.
Okay.
TJ Watt. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. TJ Watt had 48 fucking tackles solo and 22.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. Insane season.
What an absolute meathead.
Fucking
love that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's your favorite baby boy.
I know you got a jersey. You have to.
I actually don't. I need to get one before next season, though.
All right, guys, you hear that? So what y'all need to do is subscribe so we can get Jack a jersey for next season.
Hashtag get Jack a TJ Watt jersey.
Yeah,
I need one.
Yeah,
I have a
make it go
fucking
viral.
Juju jersey. I need to get it.
Ew.
No. You wasted your hard-earned monies on a Juju jersey.
This was after his rookie season. You can't tell me that he wasn't pretty fucking dope.
I guess
His rookie season was awesome.
You need to replace that with the TJ Watt jersey. That's all I know.
I agree. I just got booed.
Yeah, no, that was bad. Okay, offensive rookie of the year.
Chase.
Yeah, let's say unanimously Jamar Chase.
Mac Jones.
No,
I gotta give it to my guy.
You're such a bastard because you know good and well he doesn't deserve it in any way over Jamar Chase at all, other than he plays for the fucking Patriots.
Hear me out.
You would never pick Mac Jones if he wasn't
a
Patriot. Yeah, exactly.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Damn it. Hear me out. He's my pick, first of all. So Jamar Chase is not unanimous. I want that on the record. Second of all, Mac Jones replaced a former MVP in Cam Newton. Okay?
Oh God! Oh my God!
He had
with all the Cam Newton slander you have bestowed upon everyone the last year. Don't go with this former MVP.
Stop! Former MVP Cam Newton. He had big shoes to fill. He improved the record, put us back in the playoffs. People are taking us seriously again because of Mac Jones, and
he didn't do shit.
Yeah,
he went from Alabama to New England and transitioned seemingly.
You put Mac Jones on the Jags, they're going 2-14. Like you put anyone
better.
You put a lot.
I don't want to hear it.
They're gonna thrive.
Nope. I don't want to hear it. Mac Jones, offensive rookie of the year from me.
All right, Bozo.
All right.
Yeah,
That's a biased take.
Okay,
It's the right take.
whatever helps you sleep at night.
It will actually help me sleep a lot better. Okay.
I'm
Who is
glad you
y'all's
lied to
breakout
something.
player of the year? This is where I think everything gets interesting.
I think this should be unanimous to me. I got Debo.
I got Patterson.
Nah, Debo. Nah, because Debo was still good last year.
He's been
Patterson's
hurt,
a great pick. I'm not hating the Debo pick. I just think that like he's young, so you expect him to like make that next step. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying comparison to years past, like, I mean, 2019, 57 catches, 800 yards. Fine rookie year. Year before, he was hurt with 33 catches and 390 yards. And now we explode up to a 1,700-yard total season with 14 total touchdowns. I think that's a breakout year. But yeah, I get what you're saying. He's like 23.
Well,
so
I'm not. No. I think it's a good pick. I just to say it's unanimous is wrong. So I don't have the same pick as you. I have Kendrick Bourne. Should I expand on that, or does anybody else want to talk about? Okay. Kendrick Bourne came from. This is his first year in New England. He came from San Francisco. All right, I'm just going to read you the stats in comparison just to show the growth. He played 2 more games than he did last year. He had about 6 more receptions than he did in San Francisco, but he had 4 less targets. And he also had almost 200 more yards. And that's fucking insane to me. He averaged 14.5 per reception. And he had 5 touchdowns. He's a huge part of our offense. He went from like a fringe, like wide receiver 3 to 4 on San Francisco. Just didn't seem like a guy that you could have rostered like as even a 3 and be taken very seriously. And he's like honestly, debatably our wide receiver 1. And yeah, I just think he took a huge leap as far as like talent, performance. Yeah, I mean, just
I feel like I heard his name a lot more this year than I ever had. Just in comparison, I mean, obviously, I fucking with knowing you, but yeah,
when we paid him, everybody was like, "Well, that was fucking dumb." But I mean, he's just been amazing for us.
Billy B saw the vision. That's all it was.
Right.
This is what happened. Bill Belichick saw like 3 plays on film one day, like going over the 49ers, and was like, I could do so much with that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. He saw the vision.
I like the pick, Grant. Even though it's a Patriot, I like the pick.
I feel like it was an easy pick for me. Yeah, I mean, it's just because I watched him all season, and I didn't know like what I was gonna get from him coming into the season, and I was to say I was overwhelmed and satisfied be an understatement.
See, I feel like what you got from Kendrick Bourne was what I was expecting from Marquez Callaway.
Exactly. Literally exactly. Exactly.
Not expecting much, but expecting a little.
All right. Now, who do we have for fall off players?
Mine's kind of interesting because he was having a pretty damn good year till an incident, but I got Antonio Brown. Because he'll never play in the league again, and that's a pretty drastic fall off in my opinion.
I like it.
It's a very valid pick. Can't argue with that.
You guys might disagree with my pick because he's like not bad at football. He just had a significant drop off, and that guy is Allen Robinson. Like you couldn't even start him in fantasy this year.
Oh no, I mean bad. It was debatable if you could have him rostered.
Yeah. He was a damn free agent. It was bad. He fell off hard. Definitely not taking him in fantasy if he's a Bear next year. Well, I didn't regardless. I knew better the past 3 years not to touch him since he was on Chicago Bears. But yeah, now I'll definitely not draft him.
Agreed. Great pick. All right, my pick is kind of out of the water, but I feel like we need to shine some light on this dude. This is not about stats at all. Stats has nothing to do with falling off here. This is a case of falling off in terms of respect and where this guy is tiered at his position. and that guy is Ryan Tannehill. You can't tell me after last year's season, like when they made that little run, that people were looking at Ryan Tannehill like a.
He was not the upper tier, but he was on the fringe.
No,
he was like
dude,
the next guy you could have gotten.
If there's an A, S, B tier, he's like A minus, B plus. Like he was there, and now you can't like he's the problem. He is like literally the problem. Like, and now he's a joke. You wouldn't pay that guy a dime to come quarterback for your team because he doesn't show up when it fucking counts. And I just like it needs to be talked about. Like he is literally like I can't like kind of like with the Bengals. It's such an obvious issue with where the problem lies. That is literally the fucking problem is Ryan Tannehill. How many times did Joe Burrow get sacked in one game against Tennessee?
9.
9 fucking times. That is insane. That is insane.
They had a week to
And
prepare
they
as
lost.
well.
That's because of Ryan Tannehill. And I feel like
He threw 3 picks.
He had the one bad one, the one that was just a great play, the tip up, and then he had the choke at the very end.
Choke.
I'm about to say the tip up pick. I don't give him too much flack for.
Yeah, so I'd say he had 2 picks,
but the one
still
at the
not
end,
good.
Yeah,
still not good in a fucking
like
divisional
I feel like
round
nobody
playoff
was
game.
taking them seriously as a 1 seed this year either because of
Literally
Ryan
just
Tannehill.
because of Tannehill.
Yeah.
they
Like,
reminded
and
me.
that wasn't the case
Jazz.
last year. That wasn't the case last year. So he's my fall off player of the year.
They kind of reminded me of the Utah Jazz of the NFL in the sense like they were the 1 seed and they had like the record to back it up,
That's
and
a
everybody was
great
just
comp.
like, nah, you know what I mean?
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right. Who do we got for meme player of the year?
Eli Apple. Rest in peace. He's a fucking moron. God, you go and shit on my team, and then you go and cost one of my favorite players a Super Bowl. So double fuck you. You deserve all that.
And he shit on the city of New Orleans memes. He has a vendetta out for you. He's
like, I'd like the Twitter account tweeted out. Some dude in a shack in New Orleans was stabbing a chicken doll and sacrificed a goat to the voodoo lord, and that's why Eli Apple gave up that game-winning touchdown.
I believe it.
Is that guy in the basement you?
Yes, it's me with like a fucking chicken bone sticking through my nose and like gauges in my ear. And I've got like a shark tooth necklace around my neck.
Oh, man.
I'm shaking maracas with like burning sage with like a mural of Joe Burrow.
I have too good of a visual of that in my head. It's
I'm
not
wearing
okay.
like a straw skirt.
All right, that's enough of that. Stop it. All right. Eli Apple, meme player of the year for memes. Congratulations.
Good job, Eli Apple.
Yeah, I'll make sure to send you your coffee mug.
What you got for us, Jack?
Sam fucking Darnold. That guy
Great
sucks
pick.
at football.
Great
Yeah,
pick.
it was so funny because you had all the Panthers fans saying like, oh, in a good system, he'll thrive. But anyone with 2 eyes fucking knew he just sucks at football. And then they were 3-0 out the first 3 weeks. They're like, oh, we might have a sneaky run in the playoffs. And then they just fucking died. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And now he's the most hated man in Charlotte.
I feel like the 3
sucks.
of us were some of the first people. Like I feel like the Darnold trade was so obviously bad to everyone
so
outside of Carolina
obvious,
fans,
bro.
And they were just like so like, oh, this is gonna be great, and we're like the only people.
They
in the
were.
league that were like,
He'll thrive in our system. What system?
Do y'all want to
They
know
don't have
something?
a system.
Do y'all want to know something?
Yeah.
My meme player of the year is the entire fucking Panthers organization and fan base.
Let's go.
They disgust me. They are mean. They cannot be taken seriously. They strive for mediocrity. They are a joke. They cannot know. If you are a Panthers fan, you
need to switch
you need
up.
help. You need
mental
you're
health.
wasting your time. Congratulations, Panther. All of you. If you're a Panthers fan, I owe you one, you know? Because you brought much joy and laughter to my football season this year. Just watching you all have such high expectations for fucking Sam Darnold.
Then you brought back Cam, and he
It's
made
so
that
obvious.
cool.
You didn't even
I'm
give
back.
Joe
to square
You didn't even give
one.
Joe Brady a full season. You didn't give him a fair chance because you gave
No,
him
he had
fucking
2 years. I gave him 2 years.
whatever.
But-
You had Sam Darnold. Fuck it. Fuck all else, man. Y'all are a joke. Congratulations. You really deserve this.
I don't think they'll ever make it to a Super Bowl again in our lifetime. We'll all be dead.
If they do, they'll fucking lose it per usual.
Yeah.
Nothing
Ain't
new.
winning shit.
Nothing new.
Ain't
No.
winning
Fuck
shit.
no, they're not losing. No. All right. I had to get that off my chest. All right.
You about to say you got a lot of pent up frustration there.
I just fuck, dude. I just wish they understood. All right. We have some big news. Football is not over. Football is not over. We
It's
have
just taking a slight break.
no, it's not taking a slight break at all. I guess it is like this little duration we're in right now, but it's gonna be back very, very soon because we have the USFL. And
Let's fucking
Brr, brr, brr,
go.
brr.
yeah, no, this is big news. It feels like every year we get a new ridiculous league and we just we get to keep picking teams, our favorite teams. And I have come here with a list of all 8 teams. There's only 8 teams in this league. And we're all going to pick our favorite team. We're all going to declare our fandom for our favorite USFL team on the pod.
Do these teams have rosters yet? Like, do they have a signed
No,
roster?
they're having a draft.
This is fantastic. When is said draft?
So we don't even know what team is going to be the best team. Yeah, like we don't know what players on our team yet. We're picking our favorite team before they even have the teams put together.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. I don't know when the draft
solely
is.
off name and logo. Like
Yep, that's literally
February 22nd. Fantastic. That's like what? Yeah, like
that's
a week
the
from
day
now.
that Donda 2 drops, man.
Oh my!
Oh my
And Turkey-O's
goodness.
What a
dropping.
day.
Oh my
Huge day.
goodness.
Huge day. 2-2-2-2. Huge
Oh
day
my
for the world.
goodness.
All right. Let's get it started. The first team I have listed here is the Michigan Panthers, okay? The
I'm
second
rocking
team,
with.
the New Jersey Generals.
Mm.
The Pittsburgh Maulers,
Mm.
the Houston Gamblers,
Strong name there.
the Tampa Bay Bandits,
Shout out the old USFL former head coach Steve Spurrier of the Tampa Bay Bandits in the 90s.
the Philadelphia Stars,
I like that name.
the Birmingham Stallions,
Boo.
and the
Why?
New Orleans Breakers.
Yeah, that's the right one.
All right. We're declaring our teams right now. I will go first.
Let's hear it.
I, as of today, February 16th, 2022, am now a Houston Gamblers fan.
Hell yeah.
I know the Gamblers fan base
It
is
was
excited to have
it
you,
was
Grant.
always the Gamblers.
It was
boys.
always the Gamblers.
It was always the Gamblers.
You bring a
That-
championship pedgree from the Patriots franchise. I mean, it's an exciting addition for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it couldn't be happier of where I am. It's Houston Gamblers. That's my team.
Nice.
What's your selection here, Mims?
I think it's pretty obvious. We gotta stick with the boot, baby. It's the New Orleans Breakers.
Probably the
The worst logo, but
the worst logo.
you gotta rock with the hometown
Oh,
squad.
man.
If I were to pick off logo alone,
Here, let me pull up the logos now that you mention it. Let me get a visual for us, our
Yes,
YouTube listeners.
for the folks at home or car or wherever you may be listening to this fine audio podcast. But I would have to say the Gamblers have a damn strong logo. Let me pull it up real quick.
No, I got it right here. Oh, yeah. Look at that fucking Houston Gamblers logo, man.
Your camera cut on, but you didn't share the screen, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that.
That shit's dirty. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not going to lie. I think the Generals might have the best logo. Them or the Bandits.
Dude, nah. Look at that Gamblers logo, bro. That G with the fucking Texas, dude. That is clean.
That's hard.
No cap. I'm dead ass going to buy some apparel with that logo.
Get a jersey.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about a jersey, but I'm gonna get something.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
You should get like a coaster,
a hoodie or a hat.
Houston Gamblers coaster.
I'm gonna get like a hoodie, bro, because that shit is tough, my boy, and it's a G. My name is Grant. Yeah,
it was always the Houston Gamblers.
It was always the Houston Gamblers. Are you kidding me? Look at this shit. This is awesome. I'm so satisfied. I can't wait. Can't wait. What do you got for me, Jack?
I'm going with the Michigan Panthers because the streets are telling me that Jeff Fisher, NFL legend, is going to be their coach.
What? I'm pretty
old
sure
school
he's the
NFL bozo.
I thought he was the Birmingham Stallions coach.
I did some research. Apparently, he's taking his talents to Michigan.
Oh, no. He's going to Michigan, eh?
Also, after taking further gander at logos, I am changing my allegiance to the Tampa Bay Bandits.
Okay.
So you're a Bandits fan, huh?
Yes, sir. The Tampa Bay Bandits.
You switching up on New Orleans?
Hey, man, I got a good look at the logos. It's a weak logo, bro, and that has a lot to do with the Tampa Bay Bandits' fantastic logo. And when you're trying to bring in a crowd here, Tampa Bay needs some rowdiness. They need a New Orleans fan to come in there and be rowdy for them, show them what's up. So, Tampa Bay Bandits, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
Jack
Pittsburgh
is
Maulers, but
Jack is pledging his allegiance to Jeff Fisher, not as much the team. It's the coach.
Is Jeff Fisher the person you want to pledge your allegiance to? Like,
absolutely,
absolutely.
What kind of question was that?
For what
I wish
reason?
he was going to the. He's just a beast. He's a fucking tank.
Do we need to pull up a picture of Jeff Fisher for you to look at, man?
He looks like Nick Offerman if he was like an NFL head coach.
Oh, hold on.
Ron Swanson.
Let me give you a visual of what we're working with here.
I think my favorite brand, I'm going to stick with the Michigan Panthers, but I think my favorite brand is the Birmingham Stallions. What a team name.
Dude.
Look at this guy.
Look at him.
Look at this guy. You kidding me?
Alpha of all alphas.
And then as a grown man, look at that stash.
Dude, do you think he's ever like changed? Like, when do you think he's like first grew that stash out? And do you think
here he is.
When he was 16.
Yeah, like literally probably fucking 5. I don't know.
Do you think there's a picture of Jeff Fisher without a mustache? Jeff Fisher as a child.
That's a cursed image.
There's no pictures of baby Jeff. This is the youngest picture that we have on record of Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher only has a mustache.
This is the cover of our podcast.
Jeff Fisher. No.
I'm
gonna
go ahead and save it. This is the cover.
Jesus, that is gonna keep me up at night. Imagine that PK3 window.
Look at my. Yeah, man. What kind of question were you asking, man? Look at that guy.
Oh, 1 second.
All right. All right. So we've all pledged our allegiance. Yeah. It was no question for Jack. It was always Jeff Fisher. It was never a question. All right. So our team, the official teams of the exclusive podcast are as follows: Jack, Michigan Panthers; me, Houston Gamblers, and Mims is a Tampa Bay Bandits fan, which is pretty. They got a strong logo. I'll give it to them, I guess. The Panthers have Jeff Fisher. I mean, I am a gambling man myself. The logo is a G. This is just everything I could ask for. as far as a football franchise goes.
Perfect.
All right. Moving on. What do we have next? We have, I believe the only thing we have left is our exclusive 5 or 9.
Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. I'm back now. By technical difficulties, I mean my mic died.
All right. Well, we have arrived to the exclusive 9.
Wonderful.
All right. So the exclusive 9 this week is the best free agents in the NFL.
So you just got to pick. And how I'm kind of basing this is like salary cap is of no issue. We all 3 have allegiances to different teams. So you pick the 3 free agents you would like to add to your team. So Jack, you're the Steelers. Grant, you're the Patriots, and I am clearly the Saints. So.
All right. I want to go last.
Okay.
I'll take first this time. All right. Or did I get
haven't
first
gone
last
first
time?
yet, so I'll go first.
Okay, you can take it.
All right. So the Saints' number 1 priority, and a lot of people are going to say quarterback, and I think that's viable. But last year, I think Jameis Winston can do fine with us. So I think, we bring him back. But at receiver, I would love if salary cap was of no issue, Devonte Adams, duh. But realistically, I'm going to have to take Odell Beckham.
Homer pick.
A homer pick, but it'd be a trip. Like, he's the perfect, like, realistic pick. Like, obviously, if we had no cap space and, like, it was supposed to be, like, no cap space turned off, like in Madden, I would take Devonte Adams, but that's so far out of the realm of possibility.
All right. Jack, what are the Pittsburgh Steelers picking up here?
Well, like Mim said, I'd love Devonte Adams, but do I got to be realistic here?
You don't have to. Like, imagine salary cap's turned off in Madden, but like we're so far out of the cap space, I'm not even entertaining it. But like for y'all, it's a little more viable.
Okay. Well, if I won't take Adams, I'll take Godwin, even though it's a little less unrealistic, but still very unrealistic. So I'm gonna take Godwin.
Don't hate it. My pick. I would love to bring JC Jackson back.
That is very solid. I can understand that.
There's not much else to say. I mean, look at what the man did for us. One of my favorite Patriots on roster currently. Yeah. If we don't bring JC Jackson back, I might cry.
Do you think if he made an all-pro team, he would already be re-signed right now?
I don't know, because we would have had to pay him a lot more money in that case.
Valid.
So like, I don't really know what the holdup is. I don't know what the thought process is and not signing him back immediately, but yeah, my next pick, I think I'm going to go defense again, because I think if this team wants to win a Super Bowl, our best chance is going to be loading up on defense and just becoming a powerhouse. And with that being said, I think the player that would probably benefit us most would be bringing Chandler Jones back, man. He's coming off a really good season. He did get busted for PEDs, but I mean, like, he's going to play football again. And he's still pretty fucking good.
Do you think the Patriots won't look past PED accusations?
Yeah, exactly. And he's a former Patriot. He's won a ring with us. What else is there to say?
He started his career on the Patriots, did he not?
Yeah, that, and like we wouldn't have to give him a ton of money because like he's like in his mid-30s almost now. So I just feel like that would be ideal for all parties involved. I feel like he would probably like to come back and play for us. I don't know. I'd love that though. I'd be really happy if we brought him back.
I like that pick.
I'll pass that to you, Jack.
We need a fucking O-line. I'm taking Orlando Brown.
Great
The
pick.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, we didn't talk about O-line. But
The non-flashy pick. We need an O-line because Big Ben almost died like every year, but this past year was bad. He was getting eaten alive, and I can only imagine someone like Malik Willis. I understand he's quick with his feet, but when there's 300-pound Aaron Donald coming after your ass, you're gonna need some protection.
You don't want your rookie running for his life his first year.
No, we don't want to have a Joe Burrow happen where his knee just dies. And yeah.
Too soon.
I'm taking an O lineman.
I like
I'll pass
that.
it to you, Mims.
Orlando Brown's a solid pick. I really like that, especially. But for me, this is again need. We need targets. I really thought Adam Troutman was going to be really good for us last year, and he shit the bed. So I'm going with a guy that Grant was super high on, in Mike Gesicki. I think Gesicki could really be a good red zone target for us, which is something that we desperately needed because I feel like Kamara was the only thing we really got offense out of last year in the red zone. So we add a guy like that, pair him up with Jameis, and if we somehow got Odell Beckham, like I said, that would be an immediate boost to our offense, like an absolute immediate boost. And I don't think there's much to really dispute that with, because that was really the one thing holding us back is that we had a defense to compete. Our quarterback play was middling, but we just didn't have any playmakers outside of Kamara. So adding Gesicki there would be tremendous. And with that, I'll pass it on over to Grant. Grant, you with us? Did Grant die?
I am here.
Who died?
I just returned. Who did you take?
I took Gesicki.
Gesicki, okay. I like that. And you have back-to-back picks.
Oh, I do? Oh, you're right. I do. You're right. And then I would love to just re-sign Marcus Williams.
Yeah.
That would be sick. He was really good for us his entire career besides the Minneapolis Miracle. So I'd love to bring back Marcus Williams.
Pretty smart pick there.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that's to you, Jack.
All right. It's a kind of interesting pick. I want a corner. And that corner, I was going to go with Stephon Gilmore. But I don't know. He's getting up there in age.
I would like that for Stephon.
I'm going to take Carlton Davis over Gilmore. I know that's a unpopular pick.
I actually don't hate that.
I think Carlton Davis is pretty game. He's not old. We need a corner. I'm taking two Buccaneers and a Chief for my 3 free agents. I'd love to see in Schittsburg.
That's how you know you're down bad when you're over here blocking your own team.
I've called him that for years. It's better than Cleveland. That city's depressing as shit, but it is no Cleveland. We are not in Ohio.
Thank God.
At the end of the day.
It's the only way Pittsburgh could be worse.
Definitely. They moved the borders.
You're just like, well,
we're in Ohio. I'm like, I'm not really a Steeler fan anymore. Just something about Ohio. I'm a hater of it. Not a whole lot going on.
Except for Joe Burrow.
Except for Joey B. I'll pass it to you, Grant.
This is tough.
Not great for your Final Four prediction here, Grant, is Illinois just got upset by Rutgers.
I saw they were losing when I made the pick, actually. And my rebuttal to that is Rutgers. Go look at, like, the wins Rutgers has on, like.
Yeah, they'd probably lose to all the shitty teams, like beat the good teams they shouldn't beat, probably.
They have so many impressive wins on, like, it's insane. And like you said, they just have awful losses. But my pick is Mike Williams with Chris Godwin, who would have initially been number 1 on the wish list, but
stole your shit.
He's on the Steelers, so. All right. I'm taking Mike Williams. I feel like this team doesn't necessarily need a receiver like that bad, but I feel like if we did add a like solidified wide receiver one, like a guy we know can get it done, like Mike Williams is coming off a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns, and he's on a team with
Keenan Allen and Austin.
Yeah, right. So, I don't know. I just feel like Mike Williams could be a lot better than we think he is. And he could also be not as good as, I don't know. I think he would also be like a pretty good Patriot. I could just see him in
To me, he kind of falls in that Corey Davis category last year, to where it's like he could really break out and take that next step, or is he going to stay right where he is?
Right.
So,
and I don't know. I just feel like that's a guy that Bill would like to have on the team as well. And I feel like if we added him, Chandler Jones, and we brought J.C. Jackson back, we would be contending with the Bills a lot better than we were this season. I like that a lot for us.
I like it.
Y'all I like that. I think we
receiver.
I think we all did good here. We all covered the really needs.
We know what we need. We could be GM.
Yes. We've all played Madden. We've all had our fair share of the franchise days. So that rounds up the exclusive 9 free agents. Mims ended up taking Odell Beckham, Mike Gesicki, and Marcus Williams. Jack took Chris Godwin, Orlando Brown, and Carlton Davis. I took J.C. Jackson, Chandler Jones, and Mike Williams. Pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I would love the additions that we would make, or I love the team if we made those additions in real life. Sorry, I'm like forgetting English real quick. But yeah, no, if we could definitely add those two on our offense, we would have made the playoffs this year. So
yeah,
y'all almost really did. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Sean Payton gone is a big deal.
That's huge.
That's a big deal.
I think it's a big deal, but the fact we hired internally and it's our defensive coordinator, which the last few years the defense has kind of been our strength.
I like that a lot.
So yeah, I'm just interested where this OC hire goes.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
But we can talk more about coaching shit and all that next week. We got what are some things we still need to talk about? We got mock draft stuff we can do next week. So there's plenty of football stuff. It's not like we're done talking about football yet.
Not quite yet, but we can see hole 18, as Roger said.
Yeah.
All right. I think the last thing we need to talk about is the Izzy Whitaker fight, which very interesting fight. I think Jack and I shared the take that Robbie probably took that low key, like 3-2. I think. I
don't know. I thought Izzy won.
I think Izzy was
like I wouldn't have been mad about the. I just don't. Whitaker did like no damage, and damage comes first when scoring fights. I thought Izzy stole three of the rounds, but I'm not in too much of a fuss about it. It is what it is.
It was a better fight than I was expecting, honestly.
Especially after round 1.
Yeah.
I didn't think that like Robbie would look as good as he did. Like the fact that it's even a debate as who won. Like I think it y'all
yeah, Whitaker right. was like a plus 280 underdog, something fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That was absurd. That was absolutely absurd. I mean, I guess it didn't hit, but still. Like he arguably won that fight.
Right.
People
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting there to be a debate. I was expecting Izzy to come and clean up per usual, but it just didn't seem like a dominant Izzy performance to me.
Seemed like that.
Yeah,
the left-hand jab from Whitaker and those kind of like hooks that he was throwing with his left kind of bothered him. And I mean, he kept getting those takedowns. He didn't hold him there.
Hold him down.
Izzy's too damn big for anyone to hold down at 185. I feel like he's
Yeah.
skinny. Don't get me wrong, but he's still 185 pounds.
Too.
Yeah.
6'4".
Yeah, I say he's probably stronger than most other 185ers in that division.
Definitely. Sure. He's like sneaky strong.
Yeah, and then you got length matters as well whenever you're trying to take someone down. So when you're being 6'4", the other guy's 5'10", 5'11", that matters.
What'd y'all think about
good on this last card?
Yeah,
I went let me check. I went 11 for 14. What? Oh, this is bullshit. Okay, I did not know that Tuivasa would knock out Derek Lewis.
That's what I was about to start talking about.
That was fucking crazy.
That was a crazy fight, dude. Like there were many moments during that first round where Tuivasa could have just lied down and died.
Yeah, like when he was getting his head smashed against the cage.
Yeah, he got taken down. Yeah, there's just such a strength difference there, but Tuivasa's got that Samoan chin.
Right,
you can't fucking knock him out.
That's an impressive win for him.
Hell yeah, I mean, for sure. It puts him in title contention somewhat, right? Like he's definitely in line for number one.
Yeah, it's a little awkward because we know he gets smoked by anyone who's good at heavyweight. That's what. Yeah, but he's still a big brawler, so you can never count him out. But when he fights guys like a Stipe, a Cyril Gahn, a Tom Aspinall, like a Curtis Blades, he's gonna lose. But I'm excited for him because I like him. He's entertaining. So I'm glad he's in the conversation now.
I would love to see him slap up Curtis Blades.
Oh man, I think Curtis Blades annoys me because like he should win like just about every fight, but he'll just randomly die like every 5 fights. Like Derek Lewis loss. I was just like, come on, dude. What do you? He like shot for a takedown. I know it's easy for me to say, but it was such a it was so like not a good takedown. Yeah, it was. I know what fight you're talking about. Obvious. Yeah. Like if Derek Lewis's slow ass could time that perfect uppercut, like you shouldn't have made that takedown or went for that takedown. So that's my beef with Curtis Blades. Another thing I wanted to say, fuck you, Derek Lewis. You busted the can't lose parlay. It hit if he didn't die. So I was really upset about that. It cost me a lot of money. And I did good on the card too. Like I went 11 for 14. I just didn't bet on the right things, and that tends to happen.
Derek Lewis is officially unpredictable.
Yeah, you would have thought this was the most like lockup fight he could have had.
Honestly, you're probably wondering why I parlayed him. Yeah, I know it was stupid, but I don't know.
You were screaming on the podcast that don't add him to this parlay. Like, just don't do that.
I did. My gambling addiction got the better of me, and I was like, I got to tail the can't lose parlay, and CLP never hits. So.
What are your thoughts on Cannonier Brunson?
I nailed it. I had Cannonier second round KO. I fucking nailed it.
It was a close one, man.
It wasn't going my way at first, but yeah. I just knew Brunson's so fucking chinny, and Cannonier has good enough takedown defense to not get held down for 15 minutes. Yeah. But I was like the whole fight, I was screaming to my friends. I was like, Brunson's so bad. Why can't he just die? Like his striking's abysmal. His takedown attempts are like really half-assed. He has no chin. Like, why is he on this 6-fight win streak? Why can't someone chin him? And then when it happened, I was really sad. I was like, damn, that was his last chance he's ever gonna get. So he's probably not going to get his rematch with Izzy.
I was about to say that basically puts Cannonier up next for Izzy, though, right?
Yeah, middleweight is just shallow. It's such a shame.
I'm gonna say after Cannonier, like who is there? Like honestly,
like fucking Sean Strickland.
Whitaker again.
It's not looking good. Whitaker for a third time. I mean, there's some contenders on the come up right now that give Izzy problems for sure, but they're just not ranked yet. They're gonna need like 2 or 3 years. Kamzat. Khamzat smashes Izzy.
Yeah.
But that's
gonna,
probably.
We gotta wait probably another year and a half. For
Yeah,
that.
he's got to smash everyone at welterweight first. Then he'll probably move up.
I mean, is he ever going to actually fight at welterweight?
No one wants to fight him.
Well, I mean, someone's got to at this point. Like, what it's been like, he's been inactive for like over a year.
No, he fought Li Zhengliang, that Chinese dude, in like September or October. Yeah, he choked him out in a minute. Yeah,
it was very fast. I remember that.
Yeah, he picked him up. He walked him over to Dana White, like while holding him, started screaming like, "Give me title shot!" Threw him down, and just rear naked choked him. And this guy's a beast. He's never been submitted, I think, in his career before this, or maybe like only once or twice. Like, Lee is no joke, and Khamzat just ate him.
Dude, Khamzat's only 27 years old.
I'm on the train. Like, when I say he'd smash Usman and Colby Covington, like, people are like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy." It's like,
dude,
when it happens,
don't,
because we're always surprised when it happens.
We haven't been shown anything for us to believe that anything other than that would happen. Right.
Exactly.
Like, he's just going to smash everyone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
I'd like to talk about something else. So you guys know Gilbert Burns, right?
Of course.
That is the hardest matchup for Khamzat at welterweight, 100%. And that fight is rumored to happen April 9 in Jacksonville, Florida, the card I will be attending. So if that gets booked, I will cream my pants.
Oh,
cream
no.
my pants.
No,
tickets for that.
Huge. That would be huge.
Man. I know. That beefs up the card so much. Like, that is a hardcore MMA fan's wet dream right there of a fight. Because Gilbert Burns got the boxing. He got the jiu-jitsu. Like, it's going to be and if Khamzat just eats him, sign me up on the Khamzat train fully. Because that motherfucker ain't losing.
Who's next for Usman? Do we know yet?
Leon Edwards.
It should be.
It should be. I'm so happy for him. And I have a hot take about that as well. I think Leon Edwards is going to win. And why do I think that? You're like, why? Obviously, Usman's the better fighter if he just wrestle fucks him. But my theory is Usman has fell in love with his hands so much that he thinks he's a striker. And if he thinks he's a striker against Leon Edwards, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. So that's my
like
take.
The Ronda Rousey syndrome where he's going to get away from his bread and butter and it's going to do him in.
Because he's been boxing up B-level strikers in Jorge and Colby.
Yeah. So once
as
you go
soon as
actually kickboxer,
it's hard. It's hard because, like, let's say Leon rocks Usman. Usman's just gonna shoot immediately, you know. And if he shoots immediately, he can hold him down. So it's hard. But do not be surprised if Leon rocks him. I'll say that.
Why is Luke
I think it's more than possible
ahead of Leon?
Why is who?
So dumb. Luke.
That's interesting. And Leon beat Luke. No one talks.
That's
about
what I'm
that.
saying.
Like,
yeah,
3-4 years ago. Yeah. They don't. It's just Dana doesn't fucking like him. That's why.
He never fights because he thought he needed a title shot forever.
He booked Leon against Khamzat 3 times.
Yeah.
He wanted to feed him to Khamzat. Like, that just shows me you obviously want one guy to win and one guy to lose.
That is valid.
After Khamzat only had like 2 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, I remember that was supposed to be like in December of one year, like during COVID. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, they're moving him up fast.
I was so pumped. It turned into the Khabib Tony. It just wouldn't happen.
Oh yeah. We need Khamzat. I'm excited for lightweight.
I'm ready for his rise.
I'm excited for lightweight because I just want Islam versus Oliveira. Like,
I know, man. That is just like the fight.
It's
a
obvious
shame
too.
that we gotta do. Yeah, like we gotta wait for Islam to beat Dariush and Oliveira to beat Gaethje, and like one of them could lose because it's like a style of matchups. But like, it's not the fight. Like, we know who the 2 best are. It's Islam and Oliveira. It's basically bootleg Khabib Tony. Like, it's such a good fight. You got Oliveira with the jiu-jitsu. And you got
do you
Islam
like in that fight?
with the wrestling.
Islam.
Oh man, it's so fucking tough.
You're gonna cry when
It's
Oliveira
tough.
loses, man.
It's tough, dude. Oliveira's my guy.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
pull
man.
against Oliveira.
Dude, I'm taking Oliveira. I know there's a great chance I'm wrong, but I just want to rock with Oliveira until he dies. I think that's just what I'm gonna do. You can match Oliveira against like Kamzat, and I'd say like, oh yeah, Oliveira stubs his ass. Easy.
He'll figure it out. Just
Easy,
give him a round.
easy money
If
for
he
the king of
survives round
Brazil.
one,
Yeah.
he'll figure it out. He won't lose.
Meanwhile,
The king
Kamzat's
of,
over
the
here
king
just like
of Brazil.
giving fucking Oliveira Batista bombs through the octagon.
Yeah, I'm right. You could match up Oliveira with Ngannou. Yeah, Oliveira subs his ass. Quick work at the office.
Send his head to the stratosphere.
Breaking news: Charles Oliveira dies
First round
in the
sub.
ring.
He would literally hit him with an uppercut that
Picture
would
of
lift
him
him like 2
lifeless.
feet off the ground.
I think there's a good chance that's what would take place.
Sadly. I'm just saying with Petr Yan. It's like Petr Yan versus Izzy. I mean,
honestly
Petr Yan,
though,
Petr
I
Yan's got
don't
better-
see Petr
honestly,
Yan losing
yeah.
to anyone, bro. Like until
That's
he's like
what I'm
fucking
saying.
40, bro. Like
I
he's
just
got
think he's
dog in him.
built different. I just think he's a different breed.
He's a tank.
That motherfucker ain't losing. I don't care if he's matched up with goddamn like Dominic Reyes or John Jones. He ain't losing that shit.
He'd figure it out, man.
He'd figure it out. He'd read him like a book and he'd box him up.
He's from Russia.
Easy decision. 50-45 in my opinion.
50-45, yeah.
Every round. Boxes him up. Elbows in the clinch. Like his takedown, like Petr Yan's takedown defense. Okay, John like shoots for a takedown. Is he gonna get him down? Probably fucking not. And if he does, what is Petr gonna do? He's gonna guillotine his ass, or he's just gonna get up and box him up. John sucks at striking. It's easy. And you break down these fights, it's actually okay. I actually think like this was going around. Petr Yan would box up Conor McGregor. Do you guys think I'm wrong? Like,
No,
I think he would. I think he would fuck Conor McGregor
He
up.
fucks him up. People are like, "Oh, there's a weight difference for a reason," but you're not taking into consideration that one guy sucks at fighting and one guy's a fucking Russian animal.
Yeah.
One guy just has
135
dynamite in his
pounds
hand,
of
the other one's just a
steel.
savage.
One of them's a cocaine wash fighter.
Sterling should just retire.
Poor guy.
He's gonna die. He poked the bear. Like he's got it coming to him. Like he's so fucked.
God
He's
bless
so
him.
fucked.
God bless him.
Does it go out of a round?
Yeah, it does. Because Petr takes his time. People are just gonna think Aljo's gonna die. I mean, he could.
He's gonna
Like in the
dissect
first
him for
round.
3 rounds.
I think Jan's
exactly,
pissed, man. I think
Jan-
Jan pissed him off. He took his belt
He
and
poked
he's
the bear.
flashing
He
with
took-
it.
But see, here's the thing: is that Piotr's the type of guy to like literally like embarrass you for like 3 rounds. So he'll literally just box.
Yeah,
you
he
up and
wants
hit
I'm
you,
to
like,
do
going
that.
to maul you.
Yeah. It's like so he'll hit you like hard, like he'll wobble like Aljo like first round and probably just like lean back and be like, no, I'm not gonna knock you out yet, but just know I got you. Like literally.
Oh man.
Like the
Yeah, he's
Aldo
gonna
fight.
embarrass him. He's gonna choose Aljo death round 1, or I'm gonna fucking like embarrass you for 5 rounds until you can't keep up anymore and just collapse.
Which would you rather see? Which
Since
would
I'm
you
going,
like? All 3.
man. Dude,
like all 5?
I don't care. Like as long
Whatever
as we
he
get
wants.
the Petr dub. Yeah, whatever the king wants, I'll be okay with. Whatever the king of Russia wants, I'll be okay with. Am I gonna have to fight Petr Yan in World War III? I'm not doing that shit. Fuck no.
We would lose tremendously.
Fuck no. Yeah.
It's just
I don't want to
100,000
fight him
American
'cause he
soldier, and it's just
ripped my
Petr
head
Yan
off.
with that picture of his dogs, just like standing there on top of the hill. And we all just immediately retreat.
Hell no. He's got fucking wolves with him.
I would just
Hell
off
no.
myself, like just at the sight of that.
Yeah.
I would defecate myself.
I'm out of there.
See a bunch
I'm out of
the
there.
entire
bro.
Dagestani like martial arts studio just like climb out of the woods.
Hell
Like
no.
I'm fucking
Hell no.
Dressed in all black.
Hell no. Hell no.
just a bunch of Khabib looking
Y'all
motherfuckers
can
just
keep
walking around.
that. Y'all can keep that. I'm sorry. I'm moving to Canada to avoid that shit.
No, we're draft dodging.
Yeah, we're out of there.
We don't have enough firepower for that.
And how are we gonna make exclusive podcast episodes? I think they'd understand.
Yeah,
If we get a pass.
we have to. Yeah, there's only like, what else are? Yeah, no, that just simply.
I saw a TikTok. It was like, "Fuck no, I'm not fighting in World War III against some 6'7" Russian guy named Dmitry who's trying to avenge his dead father."
Yeah,
I'm not dealing with that shit.
I was raised in the burbs, man.
Fuck
Yeah.
no. Fuck no. Yeah, fuck that.
I ain't about all
Fuck
that. Come
Fuck
on now.
that.
You gotta understand.
This is just not our lifestyle.
There's
I don't
better
even care
people.
about the Ukraine that much. Like what?
This
like
is
what?
John Jones is waiting on the day, man. John Jones has to like account for like what 50 soldiers.
You would think.
If
Plus
he's
his-
mentally
John
there,
Jones with his dog. No, we don't want him mentally there. We want him mentally deranged.
this is true. This is true. He's a very patriotic
Give him a mountain
guy,
of
too.
cocaine
He
and
would.
all the fucking Mexican picograms
He
you want.
would. Him
Tell
and that
him-
German Shepherd. That's
Yeah.
scary.
No. Just tell him that all those guys said that he's not a real champion. It'll go crazy.
Fuck him up.
Just like literally
Fuck
Photoshop a
him
bunch
up.
of light heavyweight belts on Russian fighters and then just like get me on the first plane to Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's as much cocaine as he needs, and we'll be good.
Man.
That might account for more than 50 if
Yeah.
we're talking that they said he's a fraud. They said DC's a greater fighter.
Oh man.
They said you couldn't do it at heavyweight, John.
yeah.
Tell him Cyril Gane will knock you the fuck out. He is pissed.
They said Stipe would have been a better lightweight than you, John. What? Or light heavyweight, not lightweight. Jesus Christ. Oh man,
Do we know what weight class Stone Cold would fight at?
probably like middleweight. I mean, how tall
I
is
couldn't
he?
tell you.
I'm about to find out. He's got to be up there with The Rock,
He's 6'2".
right? 6'2".
Well, we're assuming he cut weight, right?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a heavyweight. I don't think he can make 205. He'd be a heavyweight. He weighs 250.
Really?
Yep. Well,
Pierce-
maybe he didn't weigh that like in his prime because he is 57. But
I would say he's like a solid 240 in his prime. So maybe like
we can get him a nutritionist. We get him down
Dude,
there.
I feel like nobody's knocking Stone Cold out. Maybe that's just WWE fucking.
I think Petr Yan would take him, but yeah, other than that, I don't see anyone.
Brock Lesnar.
Jan eats him.
Jan versus Thanos. Who you got?
Jan eats him. Easy.
Jan in 3.
Yeah, he's always hungry too. You got to take that into consideration. He eats them.
He always
Easy.
needs something to eat. He's always looking for
Mhm.
a good snack.
So it's Petr Yan.
We got another card coming up this weekend. What's it? Johnny Walker versus Jamal Hill. That's like the only. fight
Yeah.
I think that right.
Yeah, I was looking over the card. Not even any prospects. Not even a whole lot of sleepers. It's just man. It's supposed to be Rafael Fiziev versus Rafael dos Anjos, the Battle of Rafaels. But that, I think Fiziev was having visa issues, so now that is the co-main to Colby versus Jorge, and it'll also be 5 rounds as a co-main, so that's interesting. But Joakim Buckley versus Abdul Razak Al-Hussaan is a banger, even though both fighters suck. But other than that,
They both just have really strong legs.
Just both fucking specimens.
I saw what's his name, Razak's like his roundhouse where he like basically almost took the guy's head off against the cage.
I
saw it like last week. I was like, fuck that.
Joakim Buckley's only famous for his
like spinning wheel kick where he like got like the Rob Van Dam kick. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening again. They're like, oh, he's a prospect in middleweight. It's like, no, he sucks at fighting.
I can't believe we have to watch Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. I'm
not that hype about it.
That's what I'm saying. Why is that a fight? Why is that a head? No,
like that sucks. It's
are we gonna
say it happened 3 years ago?
Yeah, we're gonna sit here and act like we don't know who wins this.
Yeah,
exactly.
Is that a joke? Come on, Dana.
It's an absolute joke. The streets are telling me we got 87% think Colby's going to win.
Yeah, I think that's
75% of that by decision. I have to agree with that. I got Colby in a decision. I think he's 50-45, so fairly easy. Maybe Jorge gets one little rock in the crowd, oohs and ahs, but he gets double-legged after. So,
what if he just fucking flying knees him like he did Askren?
I mean, it's cool. Like, it's cool, but like, okay, what's he supposed to do after? Like, he can't fight Usman. He's just a gatekeeper, and he's like almost 40.
Yeah, he's like in the Bobby Knuckles like realm in like 170. Like he can't really go compete for a belt, but he's still at the top of the division. Yeah,
exactly. Like I guess
have
it
a
builds
chance
his
against Volk. No
way,
right?
I think he does. I don't think he wins, but like
he's
got hands. He's got hands. You never know with the Zombie. I just never doubt him. It's hard to say. Like, I mean, if I had to take a logical guess of who wins that, I think Volk like wins the decision. But I don't count out the Zombie.
I could see Zombie just turning it into a brawl and just being like, "Fuck it, I have 3 rounds to make this shit work."
Yeah, you never know. And Volkanovski like has shown to be a tad chinny, so you never know. One, especially at featherweight, they're so quick. Like one stun, Zombie could capitalize. You never know. Get a quick
Zombie's
TKO.
A strong 145 or 2.
You got hands. 87% Volkanovski for that one.
That feels high.
That is very high. That'll change as we get closer. That'll even up tad more out, but that's high.
The odds are minus 430 Volk.
That's ridiculous. Don't parlay that, even though I probably will end up parlaying because I have a gambling addiction, but it's not a smart one. Parlay Petr Yan. I saw Petr was like minus like 250 or 300.
He's 335, so they're saying that he's less of a favorite than Volk versus Zombie.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wrong.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
94%.
Yan's gonna murder him. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be bad. No matter which way he goes about beating him, is not gonna be pretty. For Sterling.
When I saw in the first fight when Aljo like when Yan took Aljo down, I was like, "There's nothing Aljo can do."
Like, yeah, like he mauled him, and Aljo is supposed to be the wrestler. Like
this is a waste of time. We should be getting Yan his next fresh meet.
Dillashaw.
That would be fantastic. Dillashaw and Garbrandt, even though Garbrandt's kind of washed.
I just want to watch both of them die at the hands of No Mercy Yan. That'd be great, especially TJ.
TJ deserves it.
TJ would do good against Yan, like better than most. I feel like
because he's like a specimen in his zone at 135,
and he's good at striking. I mean, Yan eats him, but yeah, TJ's a better matchup than Sterling. That's for sure.
When are we gonna get O'Malley up here?
Ugh. Sugar Poodle.
Poodle. I've never heard
just-
that one.
I just don't think. Yeah, that's what Yan calls him. I just don't think the Poodle's. I don't think the Poodle's that good at fighting either. I'm
You
sorry.
think he's just a showman?
I like his shape.
Yeah,
I think he's,
yeah.
I like he's kind of like,
and honestly,
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this on the pod. I'm a hater, like straight up. Like I'm just gonna be honest. Like sometimes I be hating. I'm a hater. I used to be his like biggest fan. I used to be a stan. You can ask any of my boys. Like I was the original Sugar Sean fan, and
he just like Jack of the
It was
exclusive
me.
podcast. It was him. He was the
it was me.
original.
I was the guy, and I just don't like the way he acts now. I'm just not with it. Like I don't like his coach either. It's that redhead. He's just such a fucking yes man. Like Sugar Sean. Like he
Sugar
just
Poodle.
be doing too much. The Poodle just be doing too much now. He's dyeing his hair, hanging with 6ix9ine. Like no one cares. Chilling with the Nelk boys. Like it's
Yeah, like,
just.
Go fight, bro.
I'm gonna say it. It's cringe. I don't want to like. I like when my fighters don't speak English and aren't doing too much. And the poodle is the exact opposite of what I like in my fighters. So that's why I'm a hater.
He's
now.
like a baby Connor. Just
yeah,
ideal
he's
fighter.
just a
is, like,
headache.
literally Khabib. You're just like, I want him to speak no English and just stay inside.
Just no bullshit. Yeah, I don't. They just
Yan
be
would
doing
do
too much.
dirty things to Poodle O'Malley.
Oh, I love that, dude. He'd take him down and elbow his face near the canvas. Be awesome. Be fucking awesome.
That rainbow hair.
I
would
think
turn
he's gonna
red
get
real
a
fast.
shot eventually. He's too much of a draw.
Name.
He
Like,
will.
if he
They're
wins
gonna
2
keep.
fights. Yeah.
I know, and they keep giving him cans. It sucks. Like they need to give him like a wrestler. They need to give him fucking
They can
Rob
fight
What if they
Cheeto
call
shit.
Aldo?
or Cheeto again. Or oh my dude, Aldo would. That is the worst. Him and Yan. That is the worst matchup for
Aldo
the
would just
Poodle.
break. his
Holy
butt.
shit!
Yeah, I was about to say Aldo would piece him up, bro.
Aldo is not washed yet. Do not believe that narrative. He's never been washed.
Especially how skinny
Dude,
O'Malley's
fuck-
legs are. Those leg kicks.
Fuck the Poodle up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a hater. I'm praying on his downfall. He lost to Cheeto. He died. He got flash knocked out. I have so many people tell me that he didn't get knocked out. No, he went unconscious for like a half second. That happened. It's on camera.
He woke
Watch
up
the
when he hit
fight.
the ground. Yeah.
He died. So quit defending him. He's not undefeated. He died. I hope the Cheeto rematch happens soon. Honestly, here, my unpopular opinion, this probably could age horrendously. I think Dominic Cruz would piece up O'Malley. I'd love to see that fight. I think he'd out footwork him for like 2 minutes and then he'd just blast double leg him and hold him down. That'd be a great fight.
O'Malley needs to be humbled, bro.
He
That's
does,
the thing
bro.
is that he got humbled and then he acted like it didn't happen.
Exactly.
He's like, nah, bro. I'm undefeated.
I don't like his. It's not even fully Sean that I don't like about him. I don't really like his fan base. It's a bunch of 15-year-olds and a bunch of grown men who think they're 15 still. It's just dude, support someone who's Sean O'Malley's not a bright guy. He has a podcast, right? If you watch that podcast, you will lose so many brain cells watching that. I swear, it just cannot be good for your head. It can't. So yeah, I'm a hater. I'm sorry, Sean, if you're listening. I used to be such a fan, but you're just not what I like in fighters anymore. I'm sorry.
You speak too much
Basically
English.
said, go fuck yourself.
You speak too much English. You're doing too much. Just like my fighters, just straightforward, seek violence, not Instagram posts with 6ix9ine.
That's such a random fucking friendship.
Yeah, it is.
Breaking news. The Nets have erased a 28-point
watching it right
deficit.
Let's go.
They were down 56 to 21 earlier, and they just got the lead.
Is Kyrie playing?
101. No, because it's in New York. Neither is KD.
They don't have anyone. They got Patty Mills running around out there.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of Seth Curry, Cam Thomas, and Patty Mills chucking. Drummond's having a hell of a game. Don't get me wrong.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, the Nets are such a fucking they're not a super team, but they're just such like a.
They have a bunch of
have so
good
many
players.
Yeah. Even when their stars are out, it's like, we'll throw Mills, Drummond, and fucking Cam Thomas out there.
Yeah, and you
Go
forget
bust
they
them
have
up.
motherfuckers like LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin too. Bruce Brown.
Just chilling.
They tried to trade Claxton, which I don't. Sorry, this is like completely off topic, but this kind of came into this. But Nick Claxton, who apparently was getting offered for they wanted 2 firsts back for Claxton. I don't see why the Sixers didn't just, instead of taking Millsap, just take Claxton because we need a backup big. But
because y'all are stupid.
Correct, but I mean, again, I digress. I was just really surprised when I saw that he was available. I was like, well, why did we take Millsap?
You can't actually think that the Sixers are gonna win a ring. You just can't believe that.
No, I'm not gonna believe it till they're in the finals. To me, they are not ever gonna go to a conference championship until I see them there. That's my logic.
Yeah,
that's smart. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's what I. No delusion.
No delusion. Try to keep that to a minimum.
With the Sixers, it's hard because they always disappoint me, so I can't really be delusional. LSU, I can be really delusional.
I was about to say, all of your delusion resides in LSU.
It's in the city of New Orleans.
It's literally just
for the state of Louisiana. Yeah.
It's literally just LSU. The man's is a psychopath.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh man! Anything else we need to cover here?
I don't think so. No.
That wraps it up on my part.
All right.
Next week, look out for. I think we were talking about it earlier. It'd either be next week or the week after, a mock draft episode for the NFL. That coming up.
Hell yeah!
So we'll definitely dive into that.
I got to do my research.
Hey, let's establish our picks right now.
What do you mean?
We're doing the first round. No. So somebody's gonna take the first pick. Somebody's gonna take the second pick and the third pick, and then we're gonna do it again. So whoever had first goes after 3. See what I'm saying? I think I want second. I'll take second
first.
All right. I'll take last.
All right. So there we have it.
That's cool with me.
Now we can
prepared.
Yeah, we can do our research. We can prepare to draft for said teams. All I know is I have who has second? The Lions?
No.
Jags.
Wait.
No. Jags have one.
No, the Jags are the one pick. Yeah, you're right. The Lions are the second pick.
Yeah, all right. Lions. All right. Sounds good to me. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, once again,
like, share, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. We see you guys aren't doing that as much as we say.
Podcast.
So please, it helps us out a whole lot if you can like, share, and subscribe.
Bro, this podcast is fucking fire, dude. Y'all are sleeping.
Best one on the market. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all are sleeping. Whatever. They hate us because they ain't us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all are listening to Pardon My Take and shit.
All that lame ass shit.
Yuck.
What is you doing?
Bill Simmons. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Do people actually still listen to Bill Simmons? Actually?
I do sometime for basketball because he has outlandish takes.
Exactly. That's why he's very outlandish.
His NFL is abysmal. He does not. He's just so I know every podcast show is like this, but he's just so based on reaction, recency bias. One team would win during the regular season. He'd be like, I think they're a lock to go to the Super Bowl. It's like, dude, shit changes so much.
You're like, dude, the Jets just beat the Lions. The Jets are not going to the Super Bowl, bro. Calm down.
That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. He's a big Pats guy
as well.
He was talking.
Oh yeah,
about
Bill
Mac
Simmons
Jones
is a big Boston guy.
Oh yeah. He's the Boston guy.
The poster boy for the Celtics. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good for basketball, but football, not so much. That's why you got to listen to the exclusive podcast.
Exactly.
We offer all your needs.
We offer it all. the
I
best.
want
We
you,
got experts
let's
in
be
every
100% honest. How many podcasts are you going to go through where you're going to talk about college basketball, NBA, college football, pro football, MMA, and we can talk about other stuff. Once baseball season comes around, we might delve a little bit more into that. I know Grant's a little bit more of a baseball head than I am, but I think we can really hit a lot of notes or nails in the head here. So y'all should definitely.
And things like why you shouldn't watch Euphoria, things like this, why you should get a job. We have it all.
Why your fighters shouldn't speak English.
Why your favorite fighters should not speak English. We got it all. And we got the facts behind it.
And
Only on the exclusive podcast.
I think the most important thing of all, where else are you going to see a beautiful picture such as this? You're never going to find that on any other podcast. All
No.
right? Look at them. So let's just get
Jeff fucking Fisher.
I wish I could zoom in more, but I can't.
Like
The
that
cover
Jason
zooming
Kidd,
as
no,
much
like
as
that
possible.
Jason Kidd meme where they made the collar bigger, just like every 5 retweets, we just make the mustache
Yeah.
bigger.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
That's it. That's it right there.
That's the way to end it right there with that peering into your soul.
Thanks for listening. Until next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, do y'all know what the next episode is?
Episode 20.
Episode 20. See you there.
Fuck.